Hi y'all, good morning from the Florida Keys. My Florida vacation continues, and today I am at Bahia, Honda. I don't know how you say it. It's something Honda, and I put in right over here behind us at the beach here in this park, and it puts you out basically right here between the bridges, and that's kind of where we're going to start fishing at this morning. I'm going to start out, the primary goal today is to catch us some sharks. But I'm gonna start out trying to catch us some fresh bait here with a spoon, just working the edges of the concrete here along the bridges. Now I do have some. If that starts taking a little too long, I get impatient. I've got some bait we can cut up here in my cooler and go ahead and get us started. But ideally, I'd like to get us something live and fresh, you know, just ready to go, fresh out the ocean, as fresh as it gets. But we'll make some casts here with the spoon, see what we get, and then we're going to start out just fishing here between the bridges right now. We will eventually make our way up today, unless we're just tearing them up right here. We're going to make our way up. There's an island out in the ocean up from here. You can't even, it's so shallow you can't even really see it here on the water, but I'm thinking we might can get out up there depending on the bottom. I don't know if it's sand, if it's jagged rocks, but I would like to go up there. My buddy Elias V Fishing YouTube channel, he told me about that island, and it's a possibility we might could get out on that island, drop our baits off in the deeper part of the channel and go back and fish off the bank there potentially. So we'll see. But first, let's work on getting us some bait. And listen, hey y'all, I'm bringing y'all with me. This is vacation, buddy. Y'all coming with me. Y'all my fishing buddies on this trip. We leaving the camera going the whole time. Raw and uncut, unedited. Y'all out here with me today. From right now, when we're gonna start throwing this spoon a little bit, to when we bait up for sharks, to when we're hanging on for dear life when we hook into one. Yesterday I fished north of here, way north of here, about an hour north of here, driving wise, and got several shark bites. Only got 3 to the kayak. I had some bad Judy yesterday, some bad mojo on me or something. Hopefully we've worked all that out, and now we ready to get down to business, because this bridge here, or this channel here, or these bridges cross, it's some of the deepest water down here once you get out in the middle here of these 2 bridges. I tried fishing this area last year. The current is very swift in between where that old channel runs out there in the middle. And I hooked into a big shark last year, man, and it somehow ran around the bridge and straightened out my hook. I don't know how it straightened it out without breaking it, but it straightened out the damn hook. And I said, I want a rematch. I'm coming back this year. And so today, I've been waiting all week to come down here. The wind has been up this week. Yesterday, the wind forecast was calling for higher winds than what I actually experienced, but today it is flat calm. The wind is perfect today, and I said, you know what, today's the day to get my return match with this area here. I want another shot at it. So we'll just make some casts here along the concrete, see if we can bust anything with the spoon. The last couple days throwing this spoon, this is a sumo spoon. It's a catfish bait lure. It's a small curved piece of metal with a hook. It's painted white, puts off vibration and flash as you're pulling through the water. I got that on a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader with a ball bearing swivel and a little 1/4 ounce worm weight above it, just to give me some extra casting distance. But I've caught a bunch of fish on the spoon just fishing around and in between the bridge columns the last few days. And so I thought we get out here first thing, we will try this and just see if we can't get us something super fresh. And as soon as we catch something, it's going on the rod. I've got 2 shark rods rigged up. One of them has a balloon, keep the bait up, the other one does not. And as soon as we catch something here, it's going on. And if we don't get something here within a few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up one of our other baits and put it on. Again, I just like to have something super fresh something fresh, something we can cut and get some blood going out of it as it thrashes around and whatnot. So we'll see what happens here. I'm having fun today already though, folks. It's exciting being down here. This vacation has been amazing thus far. The weather, I mean, aside from the wind being a little bit of a nuisance at times, the weather has been phenomenal. High temps all week long, and today is going to be mid-70s. It's been sunny. There's been no wind or no rain and storms. Like, it's been perfect. So I'm coming down here today. I'm getting a little bit later start than what I would like. This park here that I launched in, it's a state park. And it's gated. You got to pay to get in. It's not much. It's $4.50 a person in your car. They count how many people's in your vehicle and charge you based on that. But I mean, it's cheap to get in, but it's gated, and they don't open till 8 o'clock. So I couldn't get out here at sunrise like I would have ideally liked. But I'm out here now, and I'm gonna fish till about lunchtime today. I got my girlfriend with me. She's gonna lay out on the beach and read her books today. She got up early, come down here with me. I think me and her's gonna play some putt-putt on the way home. We played earlier in the week and I won, but she refuses to acknowledge my victory. We tied at the end of the game, 18th hole, we were tied. I had the only hole-in-one throughout our game, so if you got a tie at the end of the game, it seems to me that the tiebreaker should be who had the most holes in one. So therefore I win. She, again, just refuses to acknowledge my victory. So we're gonna play again today. I'm really gonna stick it to her out there. I'm gonna just dominate today. But we're gonna do that on the way back and see who the champion of this Florida Keys vacation is. Get us something to eat tonight and probably go watch a sunset somewhere. We've been watching the sunset from where we're staying at up there in Isla Mirada, but the place we're staying at's they call it a resort. I wouldn't call it really a resort. It's a bunch of, my girlfriend calls them huts. I call them bungalows. But there's one shared dock for 20 of those bungalows. And so in the evenings, around sunset, everybody goes out to the dock. And so you got a big crowd out there. And you know me, I'm not really into peopling, and everybody wants to chat and talk. Well, I just want to be left the hell alone and watch the sun go down. It's so beautiful down here. Clear skies, you're over the water. I want to see the sun fall off the edge of the ocean. That's what I want to see, and I don't want to be talking to people while I'm doing it unless it's my lady. So we're gonna go somewhere else. Last night we went to I think it was called Long Key Bridge, and you can walk along the edge of the bridge. Some people out there fishing and whatnot, and we just found us one of the little fishing areas that nobody was in, and we sat there and watched the sun go down, and it was great. And so I think we're gonna do something like that tonight too. But right now, folks, we're talking about stuff that's about to happen hours from now. Right now, we're about to get started catching some sharks. I'm gonna see, the current right now isn't bad. I think it's gonna pick up here shortly though. When you come in the park here, it's got some information for it. It tells you sunrise, sunset, the tide schedule, when the park closes, all that blah, 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 blah. It said high tide was 7:41 today. And I don't know, it's somewhere 8:15, 8:30 now. I tried to get here about the time the park was opening. So the current's going to be picking up as the morning goes on, and then it'll probably slack off again around lunchtime, if I understand correctly. I'm not a tide expert by any stretch. I'm not liking how this is going. We've not had a single tap at this yet. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just cut up a bait, put it off behind us. We'll continue to do this for a little while here, but I want to go ahead and get a bait out. I thought I'd get something right away potentially. We may need to go down there to the other bridges. That's where the other boats are set up right now. But let's go ahead and get a bait on. We'll cut up one of these. I think they're jacks. I'm not 100% certain. I got something I think are jacks and something else. I'm not sure what it is. Either way, we're gonna cut them up. Who knows what these things are? It don't really matter to me as long as a shark is willing to get it. We'll put this under a balloon and we'll just put it back there behind us as we work our way along. I want to see which way. Okay, the current's going toward these bridges here. So we'll just let it take us. We get down there, we'll bust out the spoon again and start. Well, if I can cut this daggone thing, let me try it that way. Maybe, there we go. I'll cut my hand off. All right. Put this on. Let's get to it, y'all. I'm excited today, man. I want a rematch. I want a rematch with whatever broke me off last year. It may be, this whole video may be one daggone fish fight. If I hook into a real golly whopper, you can't get leverage in a kayak, man. You're just, you alone for the ride in a big shark, and they're fun. So here's my gear. This is a Catfish Sumo Elite 150 rod. It's a catfish rod, but these things are very heavy action. They can deadlift 150 pounds. They're a stout rod. So got that, a Daiwa SGT 50 size reel. I got 50-pound monofilament down to a wire leader. Got a 10-aught size circle hook on here. This is actually a catfish hook, a Catfish Sumo hangry hook. Above our leader there, we've got just a party blue tied around to keep our bait just off just 3 or 4 feet below the water surface here as we move along. Yesterday, the last 2 days I've mixed it up. Yesterday I was fishing under a balloon. We were having good success. Let's get this thing out here away from us, by gosh. We got a lot of grass through here. Let's work around this grass. I'm gonna get some distance between us and this bait in case something really nails it right away. Yesterday I was fishing under a balloon, had success. The day before I had tried fishing on bottom, had one little run, lost my bait, didn't get any more action on the next bait I put out, but I went to reel it in at the end of the day. And I had gill flaps on. I guess the crabs had got me. So, okay, that's good. So I'm gonna turn the clicker on. We're gonna turn our drag way down. Instead of me leaving that thing in free spool, we're gonna put the drag real light and put the clicker on, and we'll know when something nails that thing, by gosh, because it'll be off to the races. But anyway, the day before yesterday, I tried fishing on bottom. The crabs were terrorizing my baits. And so yesterday I busted out the balloons, and that was much more productive. We got, I think, 7 or 8 sharks hooked up. And I was just I had some bad luck there yesterday, folks, as far as trying to actually land them. We just kept having malfunctions. I broke my leader on one, broke my main line on another, got wrapped around it. But anyway, I ended up of the 7 or 8 sharks I hooked, I got 3 of them to the kayak. And so much more productive day, much better day. I feel better about it. I've got some confidence now. I feel like we've worked out the bad Judy. And we're gonna get out here today and see what happens, man. I do want to work my way up to that island at some point, but I've been told by other people who've come down here, by people who live down here, that in between these bridges here is a good place for a variety of shark species. bull sharks, hammerheads. They apparently like this deeper channel here. There's a lot of food around these bridge columns and stuff, and they hang out here. The current, when the tide's really moving, man, that current in the deepest part is swift. But we're gonna make it work out here today, folks. We may be doing a lot of pedaling up and drifting back, but we're gonna make it work. Yesterday, hell, at one point yesterday, I'd busted my balloon and I just threw a bait out behind me and I was pedaling into the current. So me, I mean, hell, I was probably pedaling. I wasn't pedaling super fast, but I mean, I was probably going, well, a lot of bait fish right there scattered when that spoon hit. I was probably going 2 miles an hour into a current that was probably over a mile an hour, mile and a half. So my bait was probably up near the surface pulling behind me because I didn't have any weight on it or anything. And I'll be damned if a shark didn't nail it. So we'll be pulling baits the rest of the day for sharks, man. We're out here, we're shark fishing the rest of the day. I'm gonna continue to throw this spoon. I'd like to get us some more baits, really get us some fresh bait specifically. But if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. We got stuff in the cooler, but we might as well, while we're pulling this piece of cut bait under a balloon here, we might as well go ahead and continue to fish through here. I thought there might be something up in the shade right here where the sun's come up, but you know, again, I'm not any expert at this. This is my first time ever throwing like a casting spoon here in the ocean. My ocean experience, if you're new to my channel, I hope you didn't come here to get quality expert advice because I'm the wrong person for it. My ocean saltwater experience is very, very minimal. I make more mistakes than I do good decisions, but I'm getting better and I'm having fun. And every year, it's my 3rd year in a row coming down to the Keys for a week. Each year I've had a week vacation down here. And every year I feel like I'm getting a little smarter, a little better. I try to try something new each time. Last year I felt like I gained a lot of confidence throwing the jig and the shrimp. I kind of learned that you toss you a small jig head around any concrete structure with a piece of shrimp on there, just frozen piece of shrimp or a frozen piece of squid, you're gonna catch you some fish. A variety of species, snapper and various other things. This year I've tried to spoon out, and this spoon, I mean, it ain't nothing. It ain't like, I know a bunch of people jig spoons and whatnot near bottom, but this kind of thing, this spoon back home, I catch a bunch of bass species. I catch skipjack, catfish bait. I mean, it just represents a bait fish that's running from something. And I thought, man, it's got as much flash as it puts off in vibration, it's got to catch something down here. And it's worked really well for me this week. I've caught a bunch of different species with it. I've got you know, it's a good time. All these saltwater fish fight so hard. And it's been a good way for me to catch bait for the sharks and stuff. So I've been impressed with it, and I've gained a lot of confidence throwing this spoon. Although today it's not really panned out thus far. We just got to get on some fish is what it is. When you run this thing through a school of, oh, right there, one hit me. Okay, right there, something hit me right there. You run it through a school of something and they're gonna attack it. Something thumped me right there. I definitely wanna, if we can get something though, live and put on, I'll put a little cut in it, get it bleeding a little bit. We'll throw it out there and really hopefully help conjure us up something this morning. I don't know that it matters so much on sharks. With me being a catfisherman, the fresher the bait, the better. I can go out and I can take cut bait that's been in a cooler for 3 or 4 days, and sure, you can catch a catfish with it. You might catch a big catfish with it. But the fresher your bait, typically the better you're going to do. And I'm wondering if it's the same way for sharks, although I guess the situation's a little different. With me trying to catch sharks, I don't really care about a certain species. I don't really care about a certain size. I just want to hook into something, right? And so I don't know that the freshest bait really matters as long as we can catch something. But I'm sure that the fresher the bait, the more likely you probably are to get bit. I don't know what it was that thumped us over there, but that was the only bite we've got. Where are we at on time here? How long have we been at? About 20 minutes? Yesterday, I was catching fish consistently with the spoon until I started needing them. Once we started trying to do the sharks, and I'd gotten bit a couple times, and there was a certain fish, I still don't even know what it's called, but I was wanting that particular fish for bait because I had just missed 2 sharks with that particular fish. I was catching them right and left until I needed to catch one. And then I couldn't get another bite on it hardly. We went through a little drought. And so that's how it goes fishing, man. When you need something to happen, it just ain't gonna happen for you. I don't really need anything to happen out here today, but boy, I sure want some stuff to happen. I wanna hook into big sharks. What I wanna do today, folks. Yesterday I think the black tips for kayak fishing. You know, I'm in a Hobie Lynx kayak. This is basically a stand-up paddleboard design hull with a seat and pedal system. It's very lightweight, very maneuverable. It's a lot of fun to fish off of. Very stable. I don't have any worries of flipping or going overboard or anything like that. But it's a lot of fun. And yesterday, hooking into them black tips that I got, all 3 sharks that I got up, I don't know the species of all the sharks that I hooked into, but the 3 that I got up to the kayak were all black tips. And they're really the ideal species of shark to catch from a kayak because they're small enough, they're incredibly hard fighters, they're acrobatic, they come flying up out of the water when you hook them. But they're small enough that you can wear them down. Oh, we got something. All right, folks, we got something right here. We about to get us a fresh bait potentially, depending on what he is, if we can get him in. All right, folks, here we go. Business picked up. Wouldn't it be something if we got sharked as we're reeling him in? that'd be some bad luck, wouldn't it? Let's see what this thing is here. I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of fish that is. I don't know if I can legally use that or not. Oh, well oh, did you see that? He broke me off. Then he flung the spoon out of his mouth and out in the water. Now that's just rude. You know what? I don't know what you are. I don't know what kind of fish that is. I'm not good at identifying fish species. I don't know if I can grab him or not either. I don't know. I got spiked by one of them fish. I don't know what the heck they are. I don't know if I can do this or not, folks. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep this one. I want to put him on a hook so bad, I just don't know that I can. He's fairly long. Some of these fish species, they got to be like 10 inches, 12 inches. He's definitely going to meet size requirements if he falls into that 10 or 12 inch category. I mean, he's halfway down my forearm here. I don't know if I can do this or not, folks. I'm gonna end up getting me some tickets down here just because of my own ignorance. I'm not trying to be a lawbreaker or anything. I just don't know what I can and can't do. But you know what? Since this fish here, since he was a jerk and broke my line and threw my spoon plumb out the kayak, we're gonna put him on this hook, buddy. You only live once, folks. I may get me a ticket for $100, $200 if I'm doing something wrong and don't. Again, I ain't trying to be a lawbreaker. I'm just completely ignorant, and that's on me. There's so many fish species down here. It's hard to memorize them all, especially when you ain't caught one before of various species. So y'all look away a minute. I'm just going to put a little slit in his tail. Just like that. Okay, now y'all turn back around. And hopefully he's going to be, let's hold him out there like that. Let's hold him out there like that in front of them bridges right there. Let me do this too. Y'all bear with me. So I'm gonna put one on this side too. That way, no matter which side somebody sees him from, y'all look away while I just slice and dice right here. Some people's offended by this. It's fishing, but some people still, you know how people are. I get a lot of complaints on what I do. All right, there he is, folks. Just a little slice. A little slice and dice there. Let's go ahead and we'll put him out there behind us and let him swim around, and we're gonna go try to catch some friends of his after I retie me another spoon on. He's fresh and lively nonetheless, so I got more confidence in him catching us something than a piece of cut bait that's been sitting in my cooler. I don't know what he is. I may be really doing it to myself here. God knows the comment box will tell me. There's no mercy in the comment box ever. Let me get some, I got myself a backlash here putting him out. I'm gonna run this line out here and get some distance between me and him anyway. I told you folks, this ain't the place you come for expert knowledge and advice. You ain't gonna find that on my channel here, really ever, but especially in a place like this where we're just out of my comfort zone. Okay. I'm gonna put this piece of cut bait. We might reuse that at some point. If we get on them, really just throw it back out there. Okay. I don't know what kind of fish that was. I gotta figure out what kind of fish are around these bridges, like the most common types of fish. I figure the snapper I've gotten, with the snapper's mouth, I feel like I've gotten better at being able to identify them. But some of the other fish species, like that one there, I don't know what, that's the first one of those I think I've caught. It's the first one I recognize anyway, catching. Let's get retied here. He must have a sharp mouth or something, or maybe my line was weak, I don't know. Either way, again, this is 15-pound fluorocarbon. I'm talking to you all, my regular viewers now. Everybody else, if I just broke the law, all them other people, they've done clicked off this video to go call the law on me. They're gonna call the police, game wardens. I'm gonna get me a ticket in the mail because I've used the fish. You know, even if it is a fish that has size requirements, when you look at most of these boat ramps, or not boat ramps, park areas, there's a lot of public fishing areas along the bridges. They'll have signs up, the various snapper and other fish species. And I was looking there yesterday to try to find that one fish that I've been catching the most of. And I didn't see it on there. But most of the size requirements for those fish are 10 to 12 inches, depending on the various species of whatnot. So that one there, even if he is on the list, I know he's longer than 12 inches. I mean, I didn't put him on a measuring board, but just measuring him on my arm, got a good idea he was longer than that. So either way, he's hopefully going to get eaten here. We'll have a shark eat the evidence for us. Somebody out there's getting towed home. Look at that. They've had a bad day, folks. They've had a bad day. That would be my biggest fear. If I was out here in the, like going way out offshore in the ocean, whether it's kayak or boat or whatever, that'd be my biggest fear, is breaking down. You break down, you get out there in the Gulf Stream and you're gone, buddy. You're gonna end up who knows where. Let's get back up here and make some more casts around this bridge and whatnot while we wait on the sharks. We got that thing kicking and bleeding behind us back there under the balloon. I got him about 50 yards back there. We're just gonna keep making our way on out here. I really want to take advantage right now while the current ain't so strong, because once it really gets ripping, we're gonna have a hard time out there in the kind of the middle part of this bridge area. We're liable to catch us some more stuff right here too. I mean, it's just lately, and I ain't done this at this bridge, not this spoon anyway, at this bridge. But the other bridges that I've tried it at, it seems like you just kind of, you get on a school of fish and you're reeling in one, you'll see half dozen of them come up with that fish. I think they're just constantly roaming around. They're chasing food, they're being chased. This fish that we got on, whatever the hell he is, I guarantee you sharks are eating them fish every day. Every day. It's a fish eat fish world. Fishing's it's Mother Nature on display is what it is. You got big fish, it ain't even bullying small fish, it's literally eating them. You know, that's just how it is. Oh, I'll come through some grass right there. I thought we had fish. Probably need to get up here a little closer to the bridge column. I want to work around down there to them other bridges too, see what's going on there. There don't seem to be as much activity happening up here. Could just be me, poor technique, time, I don't know. One of the things yesterday that stood out to me was, so I was catching whatever them fish were that I'm sure I've been educated on in the comment box by now, because my video's a couple weeks behind. By the time you're seeing this, I'm already home from Florida. I've already been home. But I was catching them fish pretty regularly. And then the current, it really noticeably picked up. And then them fish were gone. And I assumed that they moved, probably either get out of the flow or run from something or whatever. But when that flow picked up, those fish were gone. And so I ended up moving around. We got enough. We got some more there to throw on for bait. But once I started drifting down that channel, between that bridge, below the bridge there was a flat on each of that particular bridge. You go under the bridge and there's a flat on each side and a channel right down the middle there along an island. And boy, the sharks, man, we started drifting down that channel and we didn't have to move far or move long in order to bust some sharks, man. They were really in there. That's one of the things that I'm hoping over the course of time. I hope to keep coming. I'd like to keep coming down here about once a year. I'd like to come down here more than that, but for budget reasons, it ain't really possible. But I'd like to at least keep coming down here about once a year because I love it here. But I'm hoping over the course of time I'll get better and get kind of things dialed in of where I need to go and what I need to do to be able to catch fish. Not only catch fish consistently, I mean, I've caught fish all week long doing what I'm doing, but I'd like to kind of get things more refined, more dialed in, work more efficiently. I'd like to figure out the tides and stuff, figure out that kind of thing a little more, educate myself more on that. I need to learn more about the wind and the wind direction. I mean, today the winds are calm. We could fish anywhere we wanted to today. But there's other times when the wind is maybe up, but it's blowing a certain direction. We may not be able to fish one place because it's getting pounded with the wind, but maybe we go somewhere else and be shielded, protected from the wind, and maybe, you know, maybe be able to get on some fish there. So those kind of things you learn over the course of time with just experience, time on the water, putting yourself out there. Nobody rolls out of bed or pops out of their mama's womb when they're born and knows everything. You gotta take your lumps. And so I'm out here the last few days taking my lumps. I feel like we've taken some lumps this morning. The fact that we've got one fish on this spoon, and we've went down through here a pretty good ways. I may just let that current kind of take us a minute and work us down there. We'll drift down to them other bridges. The island is up above this bridge going that way, and I actually don't even see it right now. It's a very shallow island. I mean, let's say shallow. It's as far as the height off the water level. I mean, you can barely see it when you're driving over the bridge. Like it's very low to the water. And so I don't know, with it being high tide, hell, that damn thing might be submerged right now. I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna make a run up there today before I leave for sure. May not be on video. If we hook into something that takes us this direction, hell, we may not make it up there for video purposes. But before I leave today, I'm gonna make a run up there just to see what it's like, just to see, can I get on that island? Can I get out? Is it just jagged rocks? Is it sand? What is the bottom composition? Because what I initially thought coming out here, I talked about this in yesterday's video, and here I am not doing it, but what I initially thought was I would make the run up there first thing. We would set up on that island and drop baits out. But, you know, get out of here, I'm like, well, I'd kind of like to get towed around the kayak. And the current's coming this way right now, so we're going to be fighting the current the whole way up there to get to it, and then before I come back, hell, the current will probably switch, and then I'd be fighting the current all the way back. And so we're gonna fish around the bridges right now. I do want to try it down there. The deeper part of the channel runs right on the side of that island, and so it looks like, just from looking at it on a map, that you could use the kayak, drop your baits off in that deeper channel and set up there on the island. But with the gear that I'm using, my reels, and I've got 50-pound monofilament line, certainly a lighter line for shark fishing, especially when we could hook into something big, but in a kayak, it's not as big a deal because they're going to tow you around. I'm not going to get spooled while fishing in a kayak because I can chase them down. And here in the Keys, they can't go deep enough to really get away from me. So I don't have to worry about getting spooled. Now, if I'm setting up on a bank up there on that island and I've had to kayak my baits out a good ways and a big fish hits and takes off, there's a chance that that 50-pound line I might get spooled. Because these are larger reels, but they don't have a lot of line capacity with that 50-pound mono on there. I don't know how much line exactly they can hold, but it's probably less than 300 yards, which again, for kayak purposes is fine. But I don't know for bank purposes up there. I've never shore fished for sharks in my life. I've never done it. So I'm completely ignorant on it, don't have a clue. The tackle, the reels, the line capacity, I don't have a clue. I don't know anything about it. Well, here's what I'm thinking, folks. We've covered a good section here. I'm gonna make my way over to this next column here. We're gonna fish our way over it. I'm gonna then let the current take us. Go back there to the new bridge with the cars going over. We'll throw the spoon around it when we get there, see what's going on around it. The one fishing boat that's out here right now is down there on that bridge, and I guarantee you they know more than I do. Yesterday, when the current really picked up, that's when all the fishing boats come out. The real fishermen down here that know what they're doing, and they can actually identify a fish species, they fish around the tides and stuff. And so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just out here because, oh, here we go. I know something, by God. I know we got something on. Something's got him. Let's tighten down on him a little bit here. Oh no. Turn that damn clicker off. Something had him. He's gone now, they got him. Something got him. We definitely had something after us there, because we got the head of him left. Okay, well, you know what? That is unfortunate and encouraging at the same time. That is both unfortunate that happened and encouraging at the same time. Let's put our chunk of this jack back on. Let me get over here on the other side of these weeds. It's encouraging that it got eaten. Unfortunate that it apparently bit it in such a way that it did not get the hook. Just ripped it plumb off the hook. I'm pedaling right now. I'm putting some distance between us and this balloon. If you get a shark pissed off and it comes flying up full speed running, you don't want it running right at you in a kayak. Lord knows I ain't gonna be able to get out the way, so I'm gonna put some distance between us here, and apparently gonna backlash my line in the process. It's a cluster, buddy. It's a cluster. Y'all along for the cluster today. Appreciate you coming with me. Appreciate you not calling the cops on me if I end up breaking the law somehow. All right. Let me loosen my drag again. All right. Back in the game on that. Let's work our way over here. Work our way over here to these bridges. How y'all doing on the screen there? We got salt spray. Let's wipe that salt spray off a little bit there so y'all can see good. We know there's something out here, by gosh. We know there's something. I'm gonna get this spoon put up here for a second until we get over here to the bridge. We might could catch something out here on open water in it, but I feel better about throwing it over here on the bridge. You know what though, here's the thing. That fish that broke off our jig, our spoon, and then threw it out the kayak, we got some revenge on him, didn't we? We sure did. He'll learn not to do that again. Hope he told his friends about it too. I can see the bottom here, but it's definitely getting deeper. I don't know where the actual deepest part of this channel is here, but it is, I've been told anyway, one of the deeper places down here in the Keys, and that's why I was told it's why the current can be so strong through here at times. Very light current right now though, very light. This is perfect. May not be perfect for fishing, but for kayak purposes, it's very good. There's been a couple days this week, man, you just feel like you're on a treadmill trying to hold your place in the kayak, or it's just, you take your foot off the gas and you're 200 yards away in a blink of an eye. Even yesterday, when I finished up there, them sharks, of course, they always want to run down current. And man, I'd end up, I was a long ways away. It took me right at an hour yesterday to get where I was going, because I put in at the place we're staying. Went up, went through a little canal out to the kind of the open ocean there, went to a bridge. So it took me right at an hour to get there, pedaling nonstop. So I figure that was about 3 miles, give or take, from where I was staying. And then I fished all the way to the other end of that bridge and then down. And so I was probably 5+ miles away by the time I got done from where I was staying. And I was tired because I'd been fighting that current and stuff. And so I called my girlfriend. She was staying at the place we're at. I'd left the truck there, obviously, because I just put in right there at the beach where we're staying. And she come and picked me up off the side of the road. I found a place. It was all rocky shoreline up there by that bridge, but I found a place where the rocks weren't too bad, weren't too jagged and stuff. And I got out and I called her. I sent her a pin on the Google, and she come up there and just picked me up. So it worked out. Saved me a lot of energy making it back down there. And it saved a lot of time too, because yesterday we went to the turtle hospital, and had I pedaled back, by the time I would have got back and showered and everything, I don't know that we would have made it to the turtle hospital before they closed. The turtle hospital, it's in Marathon, Marathon, Florida, down here in the Keys. And they are a sea turtle rescue and sea turtle hospital. And they do tours there. It's very cheap overall. It's $35 a person to do this, an hour-and-a-half tour. They give you a little educational spiel to begin with, and then you go see the hospital area, see where they do the surgeries, and talk about the kind of care they give these turtles. And then you go out and you actually see the turtles that they've got there. And right now they've got 30 some odd turtles. We're gonna go through this bridge. It's gonna be easier on me if we go under this bridge and work on the outside of it with the current going this way. Oh crap, y'all. We're about to lose our bait. I ain't gonna make the turn here. I ain't making the turn. We're about to get snagged up around that damn bridge. Okay, good, it come around it. I wasn't sure we was gonna clear it back there. I had so much line behind me, I wasn't sure we was gonna be able to make it. Yeah, we'll turn this way. Work on that. It'd be a lot easier for me boat control wise to be able to do this on the down current side. But anyway, the turtle hospital, they got 30 some odd turtles that they're taking care of, and you get to go back there and see the turtles, and some of them they rehab and release back into the ocean. That's their goal with all of them. Others have injuries that just prevent them from being able to take care of themselves. I think we may have our damn. We got around that one bridge column, and I'll be damned if we didn't get hung over here on this. Dadgummit. We made it around one. Couldn't get around the other. Bad times today, folks. Hard times. Hard times, but we having fun. But yeah, anyway, they got 30-something turtles in there right now. A lot of them are just fall into that disabled category. And they had criteria for that. I think it's like 2 or more things. I forget it all. Like if a turtle, if they have to remove a tumor, which is apparently a common thing, some papillomavirus, but if they have to remove tumors and the turtle ends up going completely blind, dadgummit, y'all, I'm gonna have to end up breaking this off. Let me get this out the way. I don't know how the hell we got this thing hung right there. It come. Like, how did we get that hung right there? Okay. Let me just reel it in, make sure we still got bait on there after that. Okay, we do. We do. Okay. Yeah, the current's a lot more intense right here between the bridges. Let's get this line back out, and I'm gonna tell you the turtle story. Let's go around this power line. You wanna go right or left? I don't know which direction we wanna go. Let's go right, I guess. Make sure I don't backlash myself again. Put some distance between us and this balloon, folks. I don't want shark hitting this thing and going full speed into us. Okay. But yeah, they have this criteria for the turtles, and basically if they've got like 2 or more problems, they feel they are incapable of taking care of themselves in the wild. And so like, if maybe it was 3 or more things. One turtle was completely blind. And so because he had lost both eyes, they didn't feel like he could take care of himself. They say a turtle, if it's missing one flipper, it can still do okay. Oh, look right here. Look right here. There's a million fish right here under us. Let's see if they'll get the spoon right here. There's a million of them right here under us. I don't know what them are. I want to catch one though. I want to catch one of them, folks. There's a million right here. I don't want to cast over my line, but I just saw a million fish go by. I still see them right there. Let's turn around this way so we can cast. I don't know what those are. There's a million fish right there. You can literally see them. I don't see them now. Well, crap, I lost sight of them now. I saw them swimming under us. Gone now. Like a fart in the wind, they're gone. Yeah, but like the turtles, let's say they got one eye and one flipper, I think they could go back. Or one flipper missing. But if they had like two flippers missing, or if they had both eyes missing, they had criteria basically that just, they felt like if the turtle couldn't make it, that they would just take care of it forever there. And so they had 30-something turtles that were just like there permanently, just permanent residents. But they do a lot of good down there. They've got a hotline number, and if a fisherman or somebody on the boat sees a turtle in distress, they can call them and they'll go out there and pick that turtle up and take him to the hospital. Apparently a lot of them turtles, one of the most common injuries they have is they get hit by boats. As they come up and they're near the surface and the boats just don't see them, or the turtle don't hear or see the boat in time to get out of the way or duck down. And so they get hit with the prop or the lower unit or whatever, or just could be the hull of the boat depending on the type of boat and how fast they're going. But anyway, one of the things that happens, they get shell damage. And they get something called bubble butt. And if they get that bubble butt, they're permanently disabled, like they have to stay there. And that's what most of the turtles had that was at the facility there. Apparently when a turtle gets hit, a sea turtle, when they get hit on the shell, the woman described it as like taking a can of Coca-Cola and shaking it up. You know how the bubbles and the fizz and everything is? That happens inside the turtle shell. And so because of that, the turtle, because all them bubbles and gases and everything ends up in the wrong place in the turtle, I guess. And it causes the turtle to not be able to go back down. And so what they do, we got that all, I tried to let it sink down to get a little deeper. And we got we got a damn mess here, folks. Every time you fish with me, it's always something, ain't it? It is always, every time we fish together, there's something going on. Something that ain't supposed to happen, that just happens. But you know what, all you can do is just roll with the punches, man. It's a cluster every day that we fish together, but y'all keep coming back. You'd think by now you'd find you a better fishing partner than what I can provide. But you just keep coming back. There we go. Had that thing all wrapped up. I guess we ain't gonna let that thing sink down anymore. But this bubble butt with the turtles, they won't be able to go back down. And so what they can do for them though, is they just take an epoxy and attach a weight to whatever, whether it's the side, the back, whatever, wherever the injury is. And it'll help the turtle float correctly and allow them to go back down. The problem is they can't send them back out in the wild with that weight on them like that. Because turtles, as they grow, they shed their shell. And so, sure, they can epoxy that weight on, but as the turtle would grow, it would lose that weight, it would shed it. And so therefore they just can't go back out into the wild on their own. They would end up not being able to go back down. They wouldn't be able to protect themselves from predators, and they would die. So they end up becoming permanent residents of the turtle hospital, sanctuary place, and they've got a nice facility there. They've got a lot of big tanks to care for them turtles. They've got, it kind of sounds like what they do to get staff there. They house them, they give them a free place to stay, and they get these college kids that are freshly graduated and kind of looking to make a name for themselves and looking to get some experience, get their foot in the door somewhere, basically cheap labor. They get them in there for a couple years, and then those people go on and advance their careers and go somewhere else. But in the meantime, the turtle hospital gets some cheaper labor, and the person that's fresh out of school, they get a free place to stay in the Florida Keys and get some experience working with turtles and whatnot. And so, pretty good operation they're running there. Very, for $35, it's a pretty cool experience. Well, there's some more fish right here under us. I just spooked them when that spoon hit the water. I don't know what them things are. I don't know if you can see them with the glare and whatnot. There's some, I'm just going to jig this spoon. Oh, got one too. I got one. I let that thing sink down to him. We got one. Let's see what this is. We're about to get us another bait, maybe. I hope it ain't another one of them things that we just reeled in. I hope it's something that I know I can use. Whatever it is fun. It's a school of them. Oh yeah, this is them jacks. That's them jacks right here. I know I can use these. And we certainly will. Get in there. Get in there. You, sir, are the next bait. You are the next contestant on The Price is Right. I better give myself some more slack before he flops back out. Let me put that net over him right there while we reel in our piece of cut bait here, and we're going to put him on live. We got a bunch of grass around our balloon here. This is a lot of grass in this area. I forgot. Last year there was a lot of grass too. Let me get that piece of cut bait in. I don't want something coming up eating it right here. Last year there was a bunch of grass down here in this area too. Up north of here where I've been fishing, I surprisingly haven't seen as much grass so far. So maybe it's a location thing where all this seaweed comes in. And put this back in our cooler. I'll do with this one just like I done with the other one. I'm gonna put him on hold. He's got some teeth. You ain't putting your hand down in his mouth, buddy. I'm gonna put him on hold. I'm gonna cut a slit or two in him. Just run that hook out right there like that. Y'all look away again. Those of you wives and kids and stuff's all squeamish and whatnot. Y'all just look away. Look away. There, she said. Okay. Let's get him away from us here, folks. Let's get him away. He's going to thrash around and act all crazy and stuff. We don't want him bouncing around right here beside us, do we? Let me move on away from some of this grass here. Here, let me just let him out right there. We'll just run. We'll run from him. We'll run from that thing. Because if something gets him, man, that's a larger bait right there. So if something gets him. There was a bunch of them though. I saw a big school of them right there, and I tried casting up current, and that was a mistake because we got that weight all wrapped around our lure and our leader and everything. But going downstream, no issues, and I just jigged that thing back up to them, and it didn't take them long, and they were on it. So let's get back up here. We'll let that thing do its thing behind us. We'll go up here, see if we can find some more of them, and if we get another one there, I'll stick him in the cooler. I could get 2 or 3 more of them, really. I can see bottom here, but it's definitely deeper. Way deeper here. I think what I want to do, I'd like to get us some more fresh bait possible, and then we'll start heading north. We'll troll into this current. That way when we do hook into something that takes off with us, we'll be going back. Instead of getting farther away from where we launched at, we'll be getting closer to it maybe. I'm indecisive, folks. You never know what the hell I'm gonna do. Whatever them things are, some kind of jack, I think. There are a lot of them. I've caught several of them this week. But they are hard fighting fish. Very hard fighting fish for their size. It's jigging this thing on the bottom here now. This ain't really a jigging spoon, it's a casting spoon, but let it sink down. I guess you can do whatever the hell you want to with it. You got the current going, pushing the leader back. You can kind of work it however you want to. If something eats that thing though, I mean, he's I don't know, he's over a pound probably. Pound and a half bait. It's gonna be a good time. I hope whatever gets him, and don't just bite him off like the last one did. I feel like the wind is blowing very slightly against the current. And it's almost kind of holding us in place. I'm gonna hopefully get us out of these weeds today though. That's gonna be a challenge pulling, especially when we start trolling, start trying to actively move, pulling the baits behind us. Like, it's gonna be difficult. All these weeds. You know what I need to do too? I need to put this knife up. That's what I need to do, or I'm gonna step on that thing and we're gonna have real problems. Where are we at? Boy, we're over an hour into this mess and ain't got but ain't got but 2 fish, y'all. And neither are what we're after. Yes, technically we did have the run. We don't know if it was a shark or something else. But I'm ready to catch one, man. I'm ready to catch one right now, folks. You know what, heck with it, let's go. Let's start trolling, let's cover some water. Let's run that live bait. Let's run him up around through here and see what he can conjure up. If we catch something between these bridges, we'll look around, see if we can get us another live bait. That's what we're gonna do, folks. We're gonna take off. Come with me, let's go. I'm impatient, man. I'm ready to catch a big shark today. Go this way. I am gonna make a couple more casts here while we're still around the concrete and stuff. Just in case. Just in case there's something here wanting to play. I ain't seeing that school or whatever anymore. Yeah, this water's definitely deeper here. I can see bottom here, but boy, I bet you it's... Oh, here's some fish. Look right here under us. Okay, there's a little something, something. Yeah, I can literally see. I'm just gonna jig this thing. See if I can get one of them things to bite. I don't know what them are. Oh, here's a bunch of them. Here's a bunch of these things right here. Do you see all them down there in the water? What are those? I'm over them dang weeds. I don't know what them things are. They're deep though. They're very deep. Dadgummit. It's so frustrating. It's like live scope, except your eyes are the live scope. You can see them. You know they're there, but you can't catch them. There's just always so much life around all these bridges. Well, they ain't interested. They ain't the least bit interested in what I'm doing here. I got line twisted up around my rod tip. Yeah, they ain't having that jig or that. I keep wanting to call it a jig. They ain't having that spoon. Boy, that's like real life live scope, man. You see the fish with your own eyes, not even on screen. You see them with your own eyes. And you can't get them to eat. I get up here and can turn away from this concrete here a second. I'm gonna throw over there behind. I think I threw over some weeds. Let that thing sink down a minute and reel it up. They're deep. That's part of the problem. I can see them, but they're deep. All right. Well, let's me and you. Let's troll around here with this live bait. See what we can do with him. Hopefully he won't get all weeds and everything all over him. But we're gonna try. We'll just troll up here this direction, try to get him away from them damn bridge column. Get him snagged up here. Steer him away. All right. Now, here we go, folks. I'm gonna put my buff over my face here because I ain't trying to get a sunburn today. I ain't got no sunscreen on. I ain't putting it on. I didn't put on any sunscreen yesterday. I didn't get burned. That's where my buff. My hands and my feet are already tan. So, I'm not big on the sunscreen. It ain't really my jive, baby. It ain't cool being a jive turkey so close to Thanksgiving, as the old saying goes from that movie Trading Places. 1983, Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy. Randolph Mortimer Duke. Fun fact, I'm actually filming this on Thanksgiving today. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, even though you're seeing it 2 weeks late. I don't know what day this video will be scheduled to come out. Sometime, probably second week of December, I guess. But yeah, me and my girlfriend down here for Thanksgiving in the Keys. Her birthday was this past Saturday, and so celebrating her birthday, having this little vacation. She's playing beach bum this week for the most part. I'm fishing a little bit. We're getting our tourist on at places, you know, like Turtle Hospital, Putt-Putt. We ended up not going down to Key West this year. We decided, we went down there last year and we decided this year we wasn't going to make the drive. It's not a really long drive at all, but it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's not my vibe really down there in Key West. That's about the best I can say for it. It's just not my vibe. But anyway, we decided we wasn't going to go back down there this year. We were going to hang out, spend most of our time in Islamorada where we're actually staying, and then I wanted to come down here and fish. I wanted a rematch with whatever broke me off down here, and depending on how today's trip goes, I may either come back here tomorrow or go back to where I was yesterday. Because I know I can do well there. Well, at least I could yesterday. I got a lot of confidence up there where I was at, both on catching fish to use as bait and also catching some sharks. I've just got this thing pulling behind us right now. He's under a balloon, so he's kind of staying up near the surface, but with us kind of slow trolling into the current, he would be kind of forced up in the water column anyway. It may not be a bad idea to pop that balloon, I guess. You might go down a little deeper, but either way, the water here is so clear. You got a struggling fish. Anything in the vicinity of it is going to be able to lock in on it. He's going to find it. Wish I'd known what got after us earlier there. Could have been a shark, could have been a barracuda. Could have probably been some other things that I have no clue. You could make an argument, if I was in a boat and I wanted to do this, I would anchor down. Or spot lock if you had a motor. But out here in kayak, especially this kayak, there's not really, I ain't found a good way to anchor this kayak yet. And I wouldn't feel real comfortable anchoring a kayak out here in the ocean anyway, just because of the changing current flows, the fact that, you know, there's oftentimes big boats that'll blow right by you full speed, putting off huge wake. Like, I just don't feel comfortable doing it. It's not really, it's just not, I don't think it's really safe to be anchoring a kayak with a physical rope and anchor out here. And of course, you know, back home I have my kayak with the motor. It's got GPS, spot lock, all that stuff, but I don't want to bring it, I don't want to bring it down here for a couple of reasons. One, the weight. It's super heavy, and so down here you're not backing down to the water and launching, wet launching like a boat. You can in certain places. I mean, there are boat ramps down here, but you typically pay out the ass for them. Now this park you can put in a boat, and that actually wouldn't be bad. I could have put in here with it probably. But aside from the weight, if you're going to try to drag it down the beach or put it in, you know, on the side of a road somewhere, aside from that issue, what I also don't want is to get the corrosion. My motor that I have back home ain't saltwater rated. My new one might be, but my other one ain't. And so I don't want to put it in the salt and get it messed up, because I mean, salt water just corrodes everything incredibly quickly. I mean, it does not take long at all to get some corrosion. So I don't want to risk it. This kayak, super lightweight. No internal storage, so you take water over the bow, you don't have to worry about a leak, you don't have to worry about filling up with water, sinking, anything like that. Oh, here we go, folks, here we go. Oh, I see him. That's a good one. That's a shark. That's a shark, folks. He's got him. It's been a while. We're over an hour into this mess, but we're hooked up with a good one. I'm gonna crank down just a little more on him here as he pulls us. He's gonna pull us down under them bridge. He's gonna go down current. That's what we're gonna do, folks. We're just gonna get us a live bait. And boy, he's towing us, man. Look at us go. I don't know if you can see how fast he's pulling us. We're gonna get us a live bait and just troll between these bridges today. That's twice now. We've been right between these bridges and got eaten. This is definitely a shark. I saw him come up. I don't know what kind, but it's a big one. This is gonna be one we're gonna be fighting for a little while, because you see how quickly he's pulling this kayak. This kayak glides across the water. It's very little resistance for them. So that was really, I had two concerns with this kayak as far as shark fishing goes. This right here was one of the big concerns, is that there's no resistance on this thing, so it's gonna take forever to tire him down. I see our bait though. He's got our hook. I see our bait, it's flung up the line. Wouldn't that be some silliness if another shark come up and ate that bait? It's right there by the balloon. He's flung it all the way up the line. Now he's took off a lot of line, folks. He's took off half my reel here. So just because you see my balloon, it's worked its way up the line as he was pulling. That balloon's just overhand knotted around the line. Gosh mighty, folks, how bad would it be? How bad would it be if another shark come up and ate that bait right there in front of us as we're battling this one? We got a boat going by here. We're gonna have to be careful when he takes us down. In fact, I'm gonna speed up here. I'm gonna pedal toward him so we can try to make up some distance here on our slack, because we're going to have to be maneuverable when he goes down here on the bridge. Whichever side he goes down, we got to make sure we're going with him here. I think he's going to go right down the middle here. It'd be nice if he'd turn and go into the current. That ain't going to happen. I'd like to get rid of this fish right here on our line. I really don't want him turning and coming this way though, under the bridge. This is gonna be a good fish right here, folks. I'm just following along behind him, making up my line. He's just pulling right now. He's just swimming. I don't think he even really cares. He's not even trying right now. He's not running hard anymore. I don't know that he even knows he's hooked right now. He felt the resistance initially. I don't know that he knows he's hooked right now at this moment though. Thankfully, he's took it easy on us going out this bridge here. He's not acting all chaotic and crazy. That really worked out. All right, now that we're through the bridge, let's try to get up here to him again. We're making up some line here, but it ain't because he's pulling. This is going to be a while, folks. I want to get up here and I'd like to get a look, see what kind of fish this is, what kind of shark it is. Definitely a shark. I saw him come up there on the surface. This is fun though, man. We definitely won't be unhooking this one out here in open water. This will definitely be one where we try to get to our leader and set him free. I'm really concerned about this bait fish dangling right above the water here, right in front of the kayak, man. If something comes up and eats that thing, and I can't get up there to him. He keeps sliding down my line every time I raise it up. That could be a real problem if a fish comes up and eats him. I really want to. Okay, I think the shark we're getting right here close to him now. We'll hopefully get a look at him. He's still full of energy because he ain't fought. I don't want to get too close, but I ain't got eyes on him right now. I'll back off my drag here a little bit for when he surges. I still can't get eyes on him. Everything looks bigger in the water. Like them black tips I caught yesterday, you know, I'm thinking, well, 4 or 5 foot, and then you get it up to the side of the kayak, and you're like, oh, that's more 3 to 4 foot. But still, this one here, I saw him thrashing there at the surface at first. I'm like, no, this one's definitely, I don't know what kind of shark he is. He's not a black tip, I don't think. I think he would have come up by now, if he was. Could be a bull shark, could be a hammerhead. Could be a lemon. Definitely not a nurse shark for sure. Oh, dumb. I mean, I can't do nothing with him here. Put my thumb on the spool. At least he ain't running forever away. I put my thumb on the spool trying to lift up. I can't lift nothing. I am just so concerned about that bait fish right there, man. If something else attacks that bait fish, we are in big trouble, folks. Big trouble. He's over here by these bridges again. And I can't get to that bait fish, man. I can't get to it to pull it off. He is right here by this concrete. He's not making a long run. He knows where home is, I guess. I want to get a look at this thing. This is just, I love this, folks. I mean, again, people down here in Florida hate sharks. This is what I want to come down here and do. I just want to hang on and get towed around. I'd prefer not to get towed with the bait fish dangling right there in front of the boat. I'm gonna let this, if something comes up and attacks that bait fish, I'm letting this whole rod go. That's my number one fear with this kayak. It sets so low to the water. If a shark comes up and tries to attack a bait, even if you're just reeling in a normal fish, it could end up right here in the floor of the kayak. Not even trying to come after me, just going after the fish, you know. Oh, I think we're right on top of this thing. I can't believe I don't see him. Oh, our line went slack. Where'd he go? Is he over here now? Where's he going? I still can't see him. I can't see him yet. He's taking back on. He's not made a long run. I mean, normally, in times past in these situations, I end up way, way far away by the time it's all said and done. Now this here, we're still early on in this, but I just want to get over here and get a look at him. I want to know what he is, man. We're out here in the deeper part of this channel, so he's down there near bottom. We're not going to get a good look at him. We're too deep to get a good look at him until we get him up. I'm for damn sure not standing up right now to try to look down. I am just very concerned about that bait fish right there, man. I'm very concerned about it. I want to get it. If I could get it up here, get close, I could maybe grab it with the net and rip it off. Rip it off the line. I don't know how he got the hook and didn't get the bait. I tell you, man, you try lifting up on this fish, man, and he's just solid weight down there, buddy. I want to get that damn bait fish. It's going to drive me crazy if I can't get that damn thing. Oh, I just can't reach up there to him. I'm trying to pull on the shark, and that ain't getting me nowhere. I wish he'd swim closer to the beach over there. I could get out, get some leverage. I try pulling up on him. I just pull the kayak toward him is all I'm doing right now. Would you believe that fish is still alive too, right there, a bait fish? He's still kicking. Oh my gosh, we are in so much trouble, folks. Okay, I gotta look at the shark right there. I've got to look at him. No, that's a different shark. Oh, buddy, that's a different shark. Oh no, that's a different shark right there. Oh no, that's my fear. I thought I saw a shark and I thought it was this one. It wasn't. Oh, it's going the wrong way. This shark's going that way, that one's going the other. Meanwhile, our bait fish is still kicking a little bit. He ain't fully dead. So not only is he putting off scent, he's putting off nervous energy as he kicks too. Oh. I'm just hanging on, folks. We're just hanging on. I think this is what we're going to do, though. We're going to work the bridge till we get us some kind of bait, a live bait to put on, and then just start trolling until we come across a shark, battle it till we can get up to our leader, snip the leader. I talked about this yesterday, like there's no, oh, he's taking off again. He's wanting to take off. This situation here, you're not in a kayak, you're not landing one of these sharks and getting the hook out safely. I got one hook out yesterday on one of them black tips, but them are smaller fish than what we've got here. This is significantly bigger, significantly heavier. You just ain't doing it safely out in open water in a kayak. So I'll snip my leader when we get close, and we'll let that thing rust out of him. I'm sure I've already pissed off countless people by using these fish that I have for bait. So let's piss off some more by snipping the wire leader. It's going to be a battle to tire this thing down though. I mean, he's pulling virtually nothing here with me in this kayak. These things are so strong, like they're just not, you're not going to tire them down in this kind of platform. Even my other kayak that I've brought the last couple years, it's got more water resistance when a shark pulls it through. But it still takes forever to do anything with them. I'm just so concerned about that bait fish. Y'all are tired of hearing about that bait fish up there, but seriously folks, if something comes up and snatches it this close to the kayak, we could be in serious trouble. But I can't get to it. Every time I get closer, it just slides down the line a little further. Somehow or another, and the bait fish is still in great condition. I don't know how this shark got the hook and didn't tear up the bait fish. I don't know how he done it. That's an impressive feat that he has pulled off, to be able to get only the hook and not tear up the bait. He's taking us over here this way though. He's working us back toward the beach. I'm just gonna let him go. If I could make it over to the beach without ripping all the line off my reel, maybe we could get on land and get some leverage on him. Definitely can't do it out here. I can't believe this though. I just can't. This is awesome. This is awesome, man. Everybody down here hates these sharks, not me. I'm gonna hate it if one comes up and snatches this bait, but to get out here and get towed around by something this big in a kayak, it's incredible, man. Just feeling the strength of these things. I'm holding my thumb down to keep the drag from pulling and lifting up, and like, I can't do anything with this thing. I can't do anything with him. Still can't see him. He's got to be close here under us, because our line is almost right under us. But I can't get a glimpse of him. Goodness gracious. My arm's getting tired, folks. I'm just gonna hang on here a minute, give myself a break, let him tow me. I mean, he's just swimming nonchalantly. Like, this ain't nothing to him. He's moving us. You can look over here at the bridge and see how we're moving. And we're going sideways across the current, so I mean, he's moving us a couple miles an hour here. But it's nothing to him. He don't give a crap. We're just a minor inconvenience to him. He's not scared. He's not running from something. Like, he's just, hell, he's probably hunting him something else down there to eat. He's liable to take off if he sees something else, an easy meal for him. Is this something that I would recommend you do? And I'll tell you, it's fun, but there's some danger to it, folks. You're out here in a kayak in the ocean, there's always some danger. You're fishing for something this big, there's danger involved. It's certainly not the safest form of fishing, but it's one of them things. It was a before a couple years ago when I caught my first shark from the kayak, it was kind of one of them just daydream fantasy type things. Like, how cool would it be to catch a shark in a kayak type thing? Because I mean, I don't have sharks where I'm from, obviously, being from Tennessee. It's backwoods hillbilly mountain area. We got catfish, the biggest thing in the waters where I'm at, and that's why I fish for catfish, because I like catching big fish. I like catching all fish, but I certainly like big ones too, big ones more. And so, being a kid from Tennessee, I never went to the beach as a kid. We didn't go on beach vacations and nothing. I was an adult before I ever went to the beach for the first time. And so my only experience growing up with saltwater was in the movies. And of course, the movie we all seen as kids and in the 80s and whatnot was Jaws. And when I think of sharks, I think of Jaws. That's always the first thing I think of, right? And so you come down here and you have I don't want to mess with Jaws. I ain't looking for no great white, that's for dang sure. But still, you come out and you toss a bait out in the ocean, you're like, there's that childlike fear. Like, man, what if I hook into Jaws? What if Jaws attacks me? You know, like, it's just, there's an excitement to it. That's all I can say. It's an excitement to it. It's fun. It's different. I love it. Just being hooked up to this thing right now, watching him pull me. He's just going where he wants to go, and I'm hanging on, man. This rod, this Catfish Sumo Elite 150 rod, you won't see much bend in this rod, man. Like, you just know, even when I'm really put my thumb on the spool and pull back, like, you're not gonna see a big bend in this rod. It's a stout rod. Like, I don't have any fear of this rod not being able to handle this shark, but I can't, even with a stout rod like this, like, I can only do so much when I really pull back, when I put my thumb on the spool, lock it down and really pull. All I'm doing is pulling the kayak toward the shark. That's all I'm doing. I can't get leverage to pull him up right now. But I want to know what the hell he is. That's what I want to know. I'm thinking about standing up here in a second. We get back up on top of him. I'm thinking about standing up. The water's not too terribly choppy right now. I want to see what kind it is if I can. All right, I'm standing up, folks. I'll try to get a look at him here if I can. This ain't the smartest move either, standing up like this. I still cannot see the daggone thing. He's on bottom, and the water here is deep enough. I can't see him. I can kind of see a shadow, maybe. That's about all I can see. I have no idea what kind of fish he is, what kind of shark he is. He's going the wrong way, though. He's going the wrong way away from the beach. I'm gonna sit back down for safety purposes. We're just right on top of him, though. I mean, we're right over the top of him. I wish he'd take us to shallower water so we could, even if we couldn't get him up off bottom at all, which we can't, we'd be able to get a glimpse of him. If I get a glimpse of him, I'd probably go ahead and cut our line now, but I want to see what he is. This thing here, he's so big, even after we tire him down, I don't know that we really want to try to get down to our leader. If we do, he's going to be dangerously close to the kayak. I mean, in a perfect world, I certainly would get down to the wire to snip, get it as close as possible, but even though this world we're in right now, down here in the Keys, is about as close to perfect as you can find in the United States, it ain't a perfect world situation with this shark. Thankfully, knock on wood, I ain't seen no more sharks around after that last one that come up. I thought that was it when I first saw him. I saw that shark and I was like, man, that's him, but boy, he's small. And then he went the other way and this one was going this way. This one that we got on here is definitely a good fish. I can just barely see a shadow under us there. I can't lift him. He's right under us. I can't lift him. I put my thumb on the spool and lift, I can't lift him. We're just along for the ride. He's going back this way now. Thankfully, he's just going up and down the bridge. He's not running us miles and miles out. I hope he turns before we get over here to this other boat that's fishing out here. I just can't get him up off the bottom. Can't get him off the bottom, and he's too deep to figure out what kind of species he is while he's on bottom. Our best hope is he ends up going back over here in the shallows. Well, I'm gonna be wore out. This one fish. I don't know, for video purposes, you know, the black tips yesterday, they're certainly a smaller species of shark. It don't take very long to get them in. This, though, whatever kind of species this is, I mean, he's big, and so it takes a while. And I don't know how that's going to do on this unedited video format. When I've shark fished in the past down here last couple years, what I do is I edit. You know, I edit the videos, and I show the takedown the first little bit, then I would turn the camera off, and then once I tired the shark down an hour or two later, I'd turn the camera back on and we'd show that part. But with this unedited format, I don't know how long it's going to be interesting and enjoyable for you to watch one fight. I could sit here and commentate the whole time, certainly, but there ain't much that I can do with this fish right now while he's still just, I mean, look over here at the bridge, folks, as we drive by, or we get pulled by, I should say. He's literally just swimming 2 or 3 miles an hour and just towing us. And I wish he would tow us the other way, either head up current right now or go the other way toward the beach. Because I know over here on this other side that we're headed toward now, there's nowhere for me to get out for sure. I'm gonna try to lift. Maybe if I put some more pressure on him, maybe he'll turn. Whew. Oh man, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome, folks. Golly bum, I can't do anything with him. We got him turned. He's going out now. We've steered him. I guess me lifting steered him this way. Now let's see if I can do it again. Maybe he'll turn right. I can only do so much, man. Oh, he's wanting to turn back to the left now. He's gonna run us over here in this guy's lines. This other fisherman's lines. I need to get him to turn. One daggone boat out here right now, and this shark's headed right for him. I'm wore out already, folks. This is awesome, though. It's awesome. I'm just pulling the kayak closer again. That's all I'm doing, by putting all this strength into it. I can't get this thing up. I can't get him up. I can't move him. He's running us out. I don't know how far this guy in the boat's fishing behind him. I don't want to get all over his lines. We're really close to this shark, folks. He's under us. He's literally right in front of the kayak and under us. But I can't see him. I can't turn him. Okay, he's turning a little bit to the left here. No, now he's going back the other way. I'm gonna stand up again. All I can see is the shadow right there. That's all I can see. Oh, man. I'm about to cut this thing, folks. He's gonna get us over here around this other guy's boat. We got one guy out here fishing. I wonder if I can get on this side of him and turn him. I don't want to run over here in this guy's lines. Let me turn. If I can get on this side, maybe he'll spook and go the other way. Oh man, I'm tired, folks. How long have we been in this fight now? I don't know, 20, 30 minutes maybe? Ain't made any progress on him. I mean, he's just so strong. Like, he's not even running. He's just casually swimming. I can't do anything with him. The next one we catch, I need y'all to get a slightly smaller shark to bite. It would be different, I think, anyway, if we were on land or in a boat. Just something where we had solid footing that we could make this fish feel some pressure. But in the kayak, he's just, the only resistance he has right now is the resistance of pulling the kayak, which isn't much, because this kayak kind of glides over the water, you know, so it's not like it's a lot of pressure for him. He feels it, certainly, but it's not, he's nowhere close to tired out. I want to see what kind he is. I don't know, I could see him thrashing there when the balloon first went down. I got a glimpse of him, but I couldn't, not enough to make out what he is. Maybe if I could, I don't know where the camera was positioned at the time when I saw him. I don't know if I'd just look back with my head or if y'all could actually see, I don't know. If the camera was pointed that way, then maybe I can slow motion it and figure out what he was, but He's pulling us directly away from the bridge now. This is what I expected from the get-go. Golly, yeah, we hooked one too big here, folks. We've hooked one too big to mess with. I think our bait up there is finally about kicked the bucket. I don't see him flipping and flopping no more. Something could certainly come up and eat him though at any time. We're close to this fish though, man. We're very close to him. Like I can pedal up here and get on top of him. Get right over the top. We've got almost all of our line back on the reel. It's just getting him up, lifting him up. Like you just can't lift the damn thing. Just can't get leverage to lift. Okay, now he's gonna turn back that way. Now take us back. No, don't take us back over toward that boat. Just take us. Oh, well, he'd take us to shore, folks. You think he'd be sick of it, he'd just drop me off over there on the beach. If he got us close to the beach over there and I could get out, that would be ideal. I've got this rod between my legs, folks. I've got it just wedged between, really under my leg, and I'm just hanging on. These things are so strong, it's awesome. They are the strongest fish that I have ever encountered. Nothing's like it. Absolutely nothing is like it. I'll tell you this, I'm tired though. I feel like I've done a bunch of bicep curls. That's what I feel like. I want to see what he is, but at the same time too, I feel pressured to end this quickly because of the unedited video style. And I know just from experience the last couple years, we have zero chance of unhooking this fish. Zero chance. He will not be unhooked out here in open water. No chance of that. No way to do it safely, so I just want to know what he is. What do we have? Is it a bull shark? Is it a hammerhead? A lemon shark? I'd like to get him up and just see approximately how long he is. I'm gonna stand up again, see if we can get a look. Yeah, that ain't smart to do that. I'm gonna try lifting. Okay, well, I got his attention. Boy, he's gonna spin us now, ain't he? That got his attention. He said, screw this, I'm gonna take back off. Whew. I rest my arms a minute again here, folks. I tried lifting a couple more times. He's right over here. He keeps taking us over here by this boat. I don't want to go over here by him. We're just so deep, I'm not going to get a good look at him here. I can kind of see the bottom, but I can't see nothing more than a shadow with him. I can't lift him. I can't do anything with him. Whew. Man, I got the one I was hoping to get, folks. I've gotten All of him. He said, you want to battle with me? You want a rematch with me, Justin? You got it. I don't know what kind of shark it was last year that straightened out my hook. He got me wrapped around the bridge, and I couldn't get turned. The current was strong. Of course, my other kayak there, my other pedal kayak, the Old Town, it turns like a barge, man. You got to have wide turns, and so I couldn't make the turn, and he got me around the bridge, and somehow or another straightened out that hook before the line broke. I'm gonna put this rod tip back under my leg. Whew. Straight down my arms. This was just, these things fight so hard, man. Yeah, like my friend Elias, he hates sharks, as with most saltwater fishermen. But a lot of these guys, I think their problem with them is it like this, it just takes so damn long to subdue one of these things, because they're just one big muscle. These are the apex predator of the ocean. And it just takes so long to subdue one of them that it just, most people want that instant gratification, you know, on a shark. If you get the gratification at all, it's going to take a while. Right now, he's got us going away from the boat. He's got us going this way. I'm just going to lean back, this rod under my leg, and I'm going to hold on. And hopefully he will take us this way and keep going this way toward the shore. I don't want to crank up on him, and really, not that I can do anything with him anyway, but right now, while he's going the direction that we want to go, I'm gonna let him be. We're not, all things considered, we're not too far away from the bridge over there. So, unlike some of the battles I've had in years past where they just get in the current and just go, this one is not, thankfully, not doing that. So, even though this battle is taking a while, we're not ending up miles and miles away from shore. That first year I was here, I got the video of this on my channel. I hooked into something, I never saw it. I battled it forever. It drugged me way out. Never saw the thing, and it eventually got me in one of these lobster pots, crab pots. You'll see all these floating buoys out here. He's turning left. All these buoys out here are markers for these metal, I think it's stone crab and some kind of lobster pots. And that fish from a few years ago, man, he had run me into so many of those, and he finally got me around one, and I guess my line, I had a weak spot in my line from all the other friction, and it just cut me off finally. I was very disappointed after fighting it that long. I was hoping this one would keep going that direction, man. He's starting to turn and go out to sea now. Okay, let me get back over here. Let me catch up with him a little bit. Get back on top of him. I'm gonna try to crank up again, see if we can get him turn right. It's almost like when I pedal to speed us up, he just swims a little faster because of the resistance. The resistance lightens up. Again, I ain't pulling him up, I'm just pulling me closer to him. Yeah, we hooked one. I wanted a battle with a big shark today. We've got us one here a little too big, folks. A little too big to be landed. We got some marker buoys coming up out here. We're gonna have to, I wish this thing would turn. I'm trying to get to the left of him, get him going that direction. I'm hoping that the waves splashing off the kayak hull will kind of steer him, maybe spook him a little bit. Okay, we got him going to the right again. If he'll just keep going this way, we will eventually get closer to shore over here. That would be an unbelievable dream scenario, is make it to shore, get out on the ground, and really be able to put the screws to this thing. Or, here's another thing, if he will keep going this way, maybe we eventually run up shallow enough that we can get a look at him. Just see what he is. If I can just get a look at him, I'm fine with going ahead and just cutting the line. I want to see what kind of shark it is. With only being able to kind of get a glimpse of the shadow in the deeper water, can't make it out. Get up here beside him on the left again. Keep him trying to go this way. Goodness gracious, man. I don't know if this is tantalizing TV or not, folks. This may be the worst video I've ever put out. This was totally an experiment. I know the ultralight videos work. Those seem to be enjoyable for people. I get a lot of views. The catfish videos, the carp videos. But I don't know about this style of fishing, with it being kind of, I'm out of my element, certainly. I can't speak with any kind of expertise on anything I'm doing out here in the ocean. And in this situation, with the fights taking just so long, oh no, oh crap, crap, we're in that crab pot. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I think I got it with my pedals too. Oh boy, now we're in trouble, folks. Now we're in real trouble. We had that damn shark going right where we wanted. Okay, I've come out of the rope there. Oh man, there went the balloon. Okay. Oh. No. Dadgummit. Oh. I'm gonna break my rod around them damn buoys. Okay. All right, that wasn't pretty, but we got it. Let me get my pedals going forward again. Of course he's going, by God, he wanted to take off. He got around that pot, didn't he? That thing's smart. At least he's still going this way. But yeah, I don't know, folks. Entertainment-wise, is watching me battle the same fish for God knows how long going to be entertaining? I don't know. It's entertaining to me. It's entertaining to me being out here. Oh, he's wanting to turn now. Here he goes. He's going to back out to open water again. I want to steer him. I want to get him going this direction, man. I've took the pressure off of him by trying to make up my ground here. And he's just swimming faster. I swear, every time I take the pressure off of him to try to catch up, he just swims faster away from me. He's going the wrong way though now. I need to get back on the side of him and try to get him try to get him going the other direction. Okay. I'll get up here. Okay. Okay. Getting at least closer to him again. That dang fish up there, our bait fish, man, he's still hanging on. I hope we're able to get a hold of him. How awesome would it be to catch 2 sharks on that same bait today? It's liable to happen too if we get that bait back whenever we're done with this. Okay. Yeah, he's starting to head out now. I need him to go to the right. I'm trying my best to catch up with him here. He's just so dang fast. You ain't gonna outrun a shark. Oh man. Taking all that water over the bow going into these waves this fast, but the good thing again about this kayak is it sheds it. Makes for a little bit of a wet ride if you're in real choppy conditions. Up there on the mainland of Florida, when I first come down, I tried fishing the intercoastal for one day. When the wind was high, I thought maybe I could hide from the wind there. And it was so choppy, man, I was just soaking wet. But even though you do take a lot of water over the bow, it drains right out. There's nothing, no hatches, no compartments, nothing for it to get into. So it's great from that aspect. It's just if you're out in real choppy water, you are going to get, or in this situation, if you're really moving quickly into some waves, you're going to get a little water over the bow. My arms are tired, folks. Just can't get this thing to go where I want him to go. I'll try to, I'd like to just get back up on top of him again. Try to get to the side, get him to turn. I can't get up here by him. Whew. I'll have to slow down, we're gonna be drenched. Y'all looking good? You got water all over the land. I think we're okay. I just put my thumb on this spool and just rear back. I can't do nothing with him. I can't do anything with him. I'm finally pulling myself closer to him though. I mean, we've got most of our line back over this rod. It's just, even getting, when we do get right on top of him, it's just, there's nothing you can do with him. I just can't. Whew, my arm's tired pulling like that. It's awesome. We may never know what this fish is, but it's awesome, man. I absolutely love this. When you go home or back to where we're staying today and your just tail is whooped because you're just physically exhausted, it's a good day. It's a good day, man. I hooked into the fish I wanted. I just can't do anything with him. I can't do anything with this fish. I see the shadow right there, man. I see the shadow right there. I just can't. I can't make out what he is. I gotta put this thing back under my leg. Need me one of them there fighting belts, folks. That's what I need. He literally don't care. He ain't running. He ain't making no surge. Like he's just swimming, taking us along. He is right there under us. He is right under us, and I can't do anything with him. I can't get him up. Golly, I want to see this thing so bad, folks. I want to see him so bad. I'm wore out. It takes a lot out of me trying to lift that thing up. I'm just locking my thumb down on the spool. And as soon as I take my thumb off the spool, he's going to take some line again. Where are we at on time on this, folks? We got to be close to 30, 40 minutes into this thing. Part of me wants to see this through, and part of me wants to cut the line and get back up here to the bridge before we get towed. Because he's going what I thought he would do initially, is just run out toward the open ocean. We're only going to get deeper as we run out. So, you know, if he'd kept going shallow, we could at least maybe, even with him on bottom, be able to make out what he is, but he's heading the wrong way. Part of me just wants to go ahead and cut this line, folks, throw in the towel on him. I'm gonna have to cut my line at some point anyway. I mean, like I said, I can't safely land this fish in open water and get this hook out. There's no way. It's too big, it's too powerful. This is gonna end up being the only one I hook today. If I end up taking my entire fishing session today on this one thing, and it may end up happening that way. If we keep battling it out, there's just no resistance with this particular kayak. I guess if there's a drawback, I love it. I'm absolutely loving this kayak, but there's no resistance with it. Like he's not even having to work to pull us. He just keeps swimming. Here's what I'm gonna do it, folks. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get up here as close as I can to him. Get as much of our line as possible. Like I said, he don't have a whole lot of line out because we've been able to stay. We're probably, I don't know, it's probably 20 feet deep here, maybe at the most. I mean, I can see bottom. It's real clear water, but it's definitely deep. So we don't have a lot of line out at this point, but I can't get him up. I can't get him up off bottom, and I'm not going to be able to get him up off bottom for a long time. And so I was talking there yesterday, a lot of the criticism with this, people's going to be upset with you no matter what. Some people's going to be, if I cut my line, they're going to be upset that I left a hook in a shark. Some people's going to be upset because I didn't kill the shark. If you do everything right, you tire this fish out, you get the hook out somehow, there'll be another group that criticizes me for taking too damn long, and building up the lactic acid in the shark for fighting him too long. It don't matter what you do, you piss somebody off. I think I'm gonna throw in the towel on this one, folks. I'm gonna try to catch up best I can here, get as much of our line as possible. The wire and a hook will rust in no time, but I don't even care. Personally, I don't give a damn about that. Either way, like I don't have any moral dilemma about leaving a leader or hooking a fish. I don't, if I can get it out, I don't mind. Like catfish and stuff, I hate to leave a hook in them. I always try to get it out. But out here in this situation, in salt water, I don't care, because I know it's gonna rust out. I've seen how my gear rusts. Just by the time I get here to the time I leave, I've already got rust building on stuff. So, personally, I don't mind it. What I mind the most is simply the fact that we're not gonna know what kind of shark we hooked. That's what bothers me the most, because I just wanna know. Just wanted to see the thing, that's all I wanted. I knew when I hooked him I wasn't gonna land him, I just wanted to see him. All right, we've about pulled ourselves here right on top of him again. Let me get my, whew. I'm gonna stand up one more time here, folks. I just want to try to look down there. I see the shadow of him right there. I gotta sit back down, I'm gonna fall. Damn. I just wanted to see him. And I want to get our bait back here too. This bait has made it a long ways. Thank goodness this thing didn't get eat. We get up here again, I'm cutting it. I'm doing it. We're gonna get back to that bridge, get us another bait. I'll probably put, if I can get this fish right here, if I get him back, I doubt we will, but if I do, when I cut the line, we'll put him on and troll him back. Hopefully hook into something slightly smaller than this shark. Okay. All right, I'm doing it. I'm doing it here, folks. I'll get my, no, I can't get to it. Probably be easier with my knife, maybe. Here, let's do this before we end up, I'm gonna end up losing a lot more line than what I hoped. Grab your fish right there, folks. Grab your fish. We've cut him, we've let him go. Let's get our fish here if we can before he sinks. What a battle that was, man. What a battle, not even get a glimpse of him other than when he first hit the bait. It's amazing, it's awesome. And at the same time, it's incredibly frustrating. I don't want to spend the whole video fighting one fish though. I don't want to spend my whole day just fighting one fish. We need something a little smaller than that maybe. Let's get this bait back though. That thing floated. Boy, this has been a trooper of a bait. Answer me this. How the hell did he get that hook, eat this bait, and not tear up the bait at all? Those slits there are what I cut in him. That's what I had cut in him. So he's still wiggling a little bit too. This thing's had a bad day. This thing's had a bad day, folks. Oh, I've had a good day, but I would have loved to have known what we had. He's still wiggling a little bit. I'm gonna cut him though. We're gonna use a piece of cut bait now. I'm trolling on the way back. I definitely want to get closer to the bridge again. I don't want to get dragged way out today. But I think what I want to do though is catch us a bait and just troll. That seemed to work well yesterday with the black tip. You know, I guess I think of shark fishing, and this is my ignorance, but I just think of it like catfishing, more or less. You put your cut bait on, a live bait, and you anchor down and you wait, right? Like that's what I think of historically if you think of shark fishing. But in reality, you know, you catch a lot of catfish trolling. You catch a lot of other fish species trolling. Why not catch some sharks trolling? They're certainly coming after fish that are being reeled in by other fishermen. I'm actually going to, we've lost our line down the reel here. I'm going to just do that. I'll fix that later. I've got another one rigged and ready here. That way we don't have to waste time today doing that. And this one here, I'm not going to put it, we lost our balloon when we went around the crab pot over there. Littering the ocean's what we're doing. Littering it with leaders and fish and littering it with balloons being left behind to get popped. But this one here, we're not going to put a balloon on. I'm just going to throw it out and troll it. We'll just troll it behind us. We'll go ahead and clean that cutting board off. Dangerous doing that, but okay. Okay. I won't stick my hand down there too long, by God. Y'all, that was awesome. An adrenaline rush. And at the same time, incredibly frustrating to not get to see it. So here's what we'll do. We got this chunk of meat on here. Let me just let out some line on it. Get it behind us, get a little distance, and we're gonna start making our way. We'll troll it along, get back up here at the bridge. Maybe make some casts with the spoon again, try to get us another live bait. Let my arms rest a minute. Okay. Now let's lower our drag down. We'll set it back here in the rod holder. Now we're just trolling a piece of cut bait along. Man, I don't know if I should fist pump it or not. I want to fist pump it because we hooked it. And that one was a solid hookup, unlike the first one. But I don't know what kind of shark it was. It was a battle though, man. It was a battle. I wish you could experience the power of that thing one time, just trying to lift up on it. Like you can't lift it up off the bottom. He's just going where he wants to go. There's nothing you can do. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's scary. It's everything all combined in one. Let me clean y'all's off the salt spray off here best I can. But anyway, we're gonna go up here now, and this may be the worst video of all time. But I'm gonna troll my way back up here to this bridge with this piece of cut bait. If we get bit, awesome. If we don't, no biggie, because we'll just try to get us another bait around the bridge and we'll do the same daggone thing. I want to go up there to that island. I don't know. I mean, if we hook a shark that big, even if we've got solid footing to try to get some leverage on him up there on that island, he's going to spool me. I don't have enough line on these reels. I'm not adequately geared for that, I don't think. But we know here between the two bridges, I obviously hooked that big one last year that I couldn't do nothing with. our first bait got chewed up, and then the second bait we put out got destroyed and took us on a sleigh ride. So we know there's some shark activity between these two bridges. So we'll go up here and we'll spend some time here this morning. I'll probably spend the rest of my session here between these bridges. I do want to make a run to the island, just check it out before I leave, but I'm gonna spend the rest of my time here between these bridges. This is a sure thing right here, I feel like. Oh man, this is awesome, y'all. I don't know, I mean, if I lived down here, which that's a pipe dream in itself, we were looking, me and the girlfriend were looking at houses, because there's one section, Isla Mirada, there's like for sale, for sale, for sale, for sale, like it's just nothing but for sale signs down through there. And so we were looking it up. What is the real estate cost down here? Folks, for a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 900 square foot, you're looking over $1 million down here. I mean, and it ain't like a nice 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Like you're talking old, rundown, you know, a house back home that would cost $100,000 is close to $1 million down here. That's the real estate market down here. But where I was going with that is if I lived down here and I could do this kind of thing all the time, well, you know, it would probably, the novelty of it would probably run its course. I wouldn't be as into it long term, but coming down here once a year, I'd assume do this every day. Go out, catch me some bait, and see what I can hook into. Now, preferably, I'd like to hook something a little bit smaller than that maybe I could have a chance at getting it up to the side of the kayak. Like them black tips yesterday, they're awesome. They're really, for kayak fishing purposes, if you're going after sharks, black tips are where it's at. That, whatever we hooked there, was not a black tip. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a black tip. But I don't know. I tell you, man, it's fun. I may get tired of it if I live down here, but I could do this every day while I'm on vacation. And honestly, I pretty much have. Really, we got down here Saturday. Sunday, I tried to fish, but the wind was just too bad. Monday, I went and fished with the fishing guide I met at the gas station. Recognized me from YouTube. He took me out. Then Tuesday was really my first day kind of fishing on my own in the ocean where conditions would allow me to fish, and I caught several fish. Didn't get any sharks that day, but I caught several fish. Then Wednesday, yesterday, I got all them black tips, all that shark activity, and today, and I've got tomorrow to fish before heading back on Saturday. And Saturday, after I dropped my girlfriend off at the airport, she's flying home. I'm dropping her off there at the, it's Fort Lauderdale, I guess it is, the airport. But when I've dropped her off, I'm gonna go back and hit Lake Ida one more time. I wanna go try to catch some more peacock bass. And so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drive part of the way home when I'm done fishing Lake Ida. I'll probably drive, I'm gonna fish there till dark. And so dark is 6 o'clock down here right now. And so I'll finish up there, be loaded up probably 6:30, 6:45, and drive for 4, 5, 6 hours, however long it takes for me to get tired. And then spend the night and then drive the rest of the way home on Sunday. And when I get home, it's supposed to be cold. High temperature on Monday, supposed to be like 40, lows in the 20s. It's gonna be a shock to the system when I get home. So I've ended up filming more down here than I had thought I would. I kind of, in my mind, had thought I'd film a couple videos at Lake Ida on the way down, film a couple saltwater videos once I was here, and then spend the rest of the time just fishing off camera, fishing for me. But looking at the weather forecast at home, I'm like, I don't want to go home and immediately have to go on the water and start filming in 40-degree water temp or 40-degree air temperature. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to film a little more while I'm down here. It ain't doing this style of video. It's not a big deal because I don't have to edit. That's what I don't want to be doing, is spending a lot of time on the computer while I'm on vacation. And these unedited videos, I don't have to do that. It's real nice. I don't know how good of an experience it is for you with me fishing in situations that I'm not good at and not comfortable with. I don't know how entertaining it is. Maybe it'll make you feel a little better about yourself, seeing how bad I suck. But definitely thought I'd end up filming a little more this time down here. Right over there is the beach I launched at. So let's grab our spoon and let's work some more around. Let's work some more around these bridges. You know, I think, folks, I think the current's changed. The current's going this way now. I think, ain't it? Boy, it sure seems like it is. We're drifting off this way. Well, ain't that something? Hell, that shark was towing us into the current, apparently. The wind's blowing this way. I don't know if the wind is offsetting the current. Seems like we're getting farther away. I think the current has switched. That damn shark was towing us into the current, man. We're gonna throw this spoon. We got our other piece of cut bait out there behind us. We're gonna throw this spoon though and try to get us something else. And then we'll do it again. Yeah, man, this current's going, it's going the other way now. All this grass around here to work around too at the moment. This stuff. It's more thick down here than what it is up where I'm staying in Isla Mirada. I didn't hardly see much grass at all the last couple days. But down here, I mean, there's patches of it everywhere. And last year I saw a bunch of grass. Now, this Hobie pedal drive of this kayak has the fin style. It does really well in the grass. The propeller style, my Old Town kayak, the bicycle pedal motion style with a prop on the pedal drive, it does not do good in grass. You get grass wrapped around the prop, you gotta stop, lift up your drive, clear it out. This Hobie drive, it kind of cuts through the grass. It just pushes it out of the way. So it's definitely an advantage in these conditions. Even when we went through the grass out there as we were getting towed and stuff, like we never had to stop and clear the weeds. Yeah, well, the current's really picked up, man, and it's going the other way. I don't know. Them other bridges, the other bridges down there now might be where we need to be as far as catching fish right now. Seemed like the fishermen were set up on this one when we got out here because the current was going this way. Now that it's switched, my arm's tired, folks. It's a good kind of feeling though. That bird up there. Them birds know, buddy. They better set up there on that concrete, or there'll be a shark come along and gobble them up. But no matter what, folks, even though I'm just a total cluster trying to do this saltwater fishing that I don't know a damn thing about, I've had some productivity. You know, I've had, with the exception of Sunday where I really didn't fish. I just went out and tried to get on the water and realized I couldn't. Every other day where I've actually fished, I've caught fish. May not be desirable fish to most people, but I've caught them. So to be an old hillbilly from Tennessee, to come down here in a kayak and no motor, no electronics, no real know-how on what to do, I feel like I've done pretty well. The internet, I'm sure, will light my ass on fire, but I feel pretty pleased with myself. Just wish I could have seen whatever we had hooked into earlier. Probably a bull shark, most likely. That's the most likely candidate. We just I ain't seeing much I ain't seeing them. You know, we saw them schools of fish there earlier. I ain't been seeing nothing like that since we come along, but I'm having to battle the current here. It's really going. I hope we don't get hung on our piece of cut bait down there. I maybe should put a balloon on it. Keep it up off the bottom, keep us from getting hung as we get tossed around every which way with the current and all. I may do that here in a minute. Yesterday it didn't matter when I was trolling. At one point there I was trolling, the balloon had popped and I was just trolling a piece of cut bait. And we had a shark nail us. But with us just kind of hanging out right here, working along the bridge, trying to cast, that thing probably is on bottom right now. Oh, here we go. Something's got it. Something's got it. Something's got it. So much for putting it on a balloon, huh? Let's put the screws to him here. Get us spun back around. Let's hope this one's a couple 100 pounds lighter than the last one. Let's turn our clicker off. It feels good right now, folks. It feels good right now. He's running. He's running. There he goes. There he goes. I'm just going to let him pull right now. Oh boy. Tighten down just a smidge more. All right, he's headed with the current. Here we go again, folks. Here we go again. That didn't take long, did it? Dragging that piece of cut bait around behind us. Here I was thinking, well, we'll just put a balloon on there, raise it up, keep her from getting snagged. This shark, he said, I don't give a damn about, don't you worry about snagging, Justin, I got you. He just gobbled it up. Boy, he's towing us fast, man. Let's hope this one's just a little bit small. When did you ever think in your life you'd hear me say, yeah, I hope this fish here is a little smaller than the last one? You just don't ever hear me say that, folks. But I'm definitely saying it on this one. My arm's still, I'm already, my arm's spent, man, after trying to lift that last one. This is another one that ain't come up to the surface. I don't think it's a black tip. I think he's gonna take back off, what I think. Right now he's staying between the bridges, so. I'm keeping a little distance between me and him right now. I could certainly pedal up there, make up our ground on the line. But right now, while he's still full of anger, I don't want to be too close in case he does come up thrashing. I don't want to be in the way of that. Oh, buddy, we're hooked up again. That didn't take long. That did not take long, man. All right, let's move up here just a little bit on him. Again, we're so deep right here. I don't know that we're even going to be able to get a look at what he is. Boy, that fish, we got now two sharks off that one fish. How in the hell that fish survived, just slid up my line and never got the first mark on him after the last shark is still mind-boggling. That's the most mind-boggling thing of this trip. But we've got another chance with him here, just cutting him up. Hell, I got 2 more pieces of him there that we stuck in the cooler too. I might not need to catch me any other bait out here, folks. Maybe I don't. I'd kind of like to have had a live bait to stick on, but hell, this fish here, he don't care. I guess I'm probably overthinking it more. With catfish, I do think the fresher bait matters, especially for the larger specimens. But if you just took old bait, if I had skipjack 3 or 4 days old in my cooler and took it out, well, sure, we'll catch something. It may not be big fish, but it'll be something. Well, like this with the sharks here, I'm not trying to catch any specific, well, I mean, I ideally would like to catch something a little smaller than what we've been hooking into. This is another big one right here, buddy. Oh, buddy. I pulled on him and now he's gonna run. There he goes, he's mad. I pulled on him. He knew we were there then. But yeah, I mean with this, like I don't care what kind of shark we get, how big it is, I just want some sharks. Just to say I've done it. Just to have some fun, have something that when I pull, it pulls back. I need one of y'all to come through that screen though and take over the rod for a little while. Help a boy out. My arm's tired after fighting that last one so long. And I think we've got one here that's still tough to say at this point how big he is. He feels big though. I certainly can't. I pull on him, it just pulls the kayak toward him. I'm just letting him tow me for a minute here. Not that I could stop it anyway. Oh, there he goes again. There he goes again, he took off. This one here, when I rear back on him, he gets a little mad. The other one didn't give a damn. The other one I couldn't do anything with. This one, at least when I pull on him, he knows I'm here. Let's see. This one here we might actually get to see, folks, before it's said and done. Maybe. Whew. I see a shadow down there vaguely. Impossible to see how big he is right now, though. Oh man, this is awesome, y'all. This is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted, man. I'll put this thing under my leg. Try lifting like that. Ain't nowhere near done, but I think we might actually get to see this one before it's said and done, folks. This one we just might. I got this rod butt under my leg, man. That's all I can do right now. I got this rod butt under my leg. I'm just resting. I'm resting before I try to pull back up. That's so exciting though, man, when they start stripping line like that. And it's working so much better for me, just loosening my drag versus having it in free spool like I'd been trying. I think it's taken a while, but I think I'm getting some things dialed in. There ain't no right or wrong way when it comes to that, you know, it's just a matter of preference, I guess. But I've never done good with clickers. Holy bum, I can't get him up. He's stronger than I thought. Initially I felt some head shakes, you know. I thought we might be able to get this one lifted a little sooner. Now, thankfully he's right here under us right now. Like he's not taking off all over creation just yet. Not gonna tow us out just yet. The water's kind of calm right here. I'm gonna just stand up and try to lift. Nah, I can't get him up still. Oh man. He is right here under us. Whew, buddy, it's a good one. Whatever it is strong as the dickens. He's right here under us. He's towing us along. He's going, looks like he's taking us up here toward the old bridge. But I'm hoping he keeps us right here in this, kind of in this general area. I hope he don't tow us off. Man, this is awesome. I can't tell y'all how awesome this is. Again, this is another situation. We're not gonna be landing this thing, right? Like we're not gonna be unhooking this thing, but I wanna know what he is. I just wanna get a look at him. I'll try to sit on this rod. I wanna get a look at him. See what kind he is, what we got going on here. Even just hanging on with this much resistance on the rod, man, like it's tiresome. right, I'm gonna try lifting him again. This is dumb, waste this much energy this early on. I'm gonna do it. I can't do nothing with him. We're right over the top of him though. Oh my gosh. We're right over the top of him. We're getting over here by this bridge. Like, I gotta figure out how we're gonna navigate this. We're headed right toward this bridge right now, folks. All right, I gotta back off the drag here a little bit because we're gonna end up on this bridge. I gotta get on the pedals here. We're gonna nail this bridge. Okay. All right, got us off that. Go back this way. This thing's gonna go where he wants anyhow. Y'all keep an eye on that bridge as we work our way around. I'm wore out. I'm tired. I was hoping y'all would hook a smaller shark that we could get a little easier. We could get a little easier time with, but y'all apparently found another. I'll tighten that drag back down a little bit now that we're getting out here. Y'all found another good one. I don't think this one is as big as the last one, but he's big enough. He's big enough, he's gonna take a while. I hope he gets a wild hair and goes to the right. I'll let him pull us over there all the way to that beach. The beach is right. It's, I don't know, quarter mile, half mile away. But I certainly can't, I mean, I'm at the mercy of this thing. It ain't like I can tow him anywhere. I need him swimming over there to get me close enough to get out and get on the bank, and I don't know that he's gonna go that way. The other side over here, it's like a rock wall, people fish and stuff. I ain't gonna be able to do nothing over there. All right, I'm gonna try to lift this thing again. Yeah. All I'm doing is just pulling the kayak. Yeah. Get the camera repositioned here. Here comes the boat. Y'all wave, I got my hands full. Yeah, I can't do nothing with this. I gotta rest again, folks. Oh, and there goes the line we just made up. Again, this one here, he's just down there. He's using his weight to his advantage. They're so strong and so heavy, and I got no leverage to pull. That it's awesome. It's exhausting, but it's awesome. I am hooked into exactly what I want to be hooked into. Don't know what kind, but don't care. I just want to know what kind. If I had to guess, I'd say a bull shark. Just statistically speaking, that's going to be the most common thing to hook into down here. But you don't know. I mean, I've been told about the hammerheads that are down here. They say there's a lot of hammerheads here in the Bahia, Honda area. Bahia, I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know where I'm at. But this is very convenient. It's a little bit of a drive from where I'm staying, but it's very convenient to put in here at this park. And I mean, you launch and you're right here at these bridges. It's perfect. Whew, gotta rest this arm a second. It's just, man, it's perfect. The fish here. Let me try pulling up again. Turn. just want to get this thing up. If we get him up, just let me look at him, identify him, and then he can go on. That's all I want. That's all I want, folks. I just want to get a look, a little look-see. Just give me a peek. Whew, he's taking us where he wants to go, man. He's just down there right now. He's down there. I mean, you can see the rod bent, buddy. I've got pressure on him, just holding it here, sitting on my rod tip, just leaning back. But I can't get him up. That's what she said. Oh, I felt a head shake then. I felt a head shake then. We got his attention, didn't we? We got his attention. I gotta get this thing back under my leg and get it positioned right. No. We are so close, man. We're literally right on top of him. We're literally right on top. I bet you we ain't got out 30 feet of line right now with this, with the depth here and all, like probably 30 feet. Are y'all able to see? I gotta take this. Y'all got a little salt spray on the lens there, folks. Y'all gonna have to clean your own face off, man. I'm hanging on, I'm sitting on my rod butt. I've got it up under my leg here. I'm holding on right here with pressure on him. I'm resting my left arm. My bicep right now is just, it's toast, man. I'm just holding pressure on him. He's, to his credit, like we've went down this bridge a good ways, but he's not, thankfully, run us out into open water. I'm gonna try pulling with my right arm a minute. It's a little fresher than my left at this point. That osprey up there is laughing at me. Big thing, and this is true if you're fighting any big fish, but especially in this situation where there's a lot of pressure on that line, you want to keep your rod tip close to the front of your kayak. You're not going to flip end over end. You will flip side to side. That's when you're going to have problems, if you get going side to side. So you always want to have your rod tip on the front of the kayak if possible. He's wanting to take back off again. He's going into the current too, like he's swimming in the current. The current has switched. It's going this way now. And you can see, I'm gonna try to show you right here behind us. You can see the current whipping around that concrete. Like he's sitting here fighting the current and towing us right here in front of this bridge. We'll let the current do our job for us here, folks. I just wish there was a way. I mean, it's awesome fighting these things for long periods of time, but I do wish there was a way I could get them in a little quick, or at least get to see them a little quicker in the kayak. Once they get this size though, they get that kind of weight to them. It's hard to just lift them up. You lift up, the side of the kayak goes down. I'm gonna get this thing back under my leg. Oh, he's going back this way now. He's gonna spin us back around this way. When I put the screws to this one, I'm doing what I told you not to do, I'm getting sideways. When I put the weight on this fish, I get his attention, but I still can't do nothing with him. The other one, I just couldn't, I couldn't budge. This one, I feel like I can budge him a little bit, but I just can't get him up. Okay, we're going out between the bridge now. Whew. Oh my gosh, I gotta put him back under my leg a minute. Oh, y'all. This is awesome. I'm totally exhausted. My arms are spent, folks. I want to see this thing, man. I want to see him. That's all I want. I just want to see him. I want to see what kind it is. That's all I want. I just want to look. I just want a little look-see. Oh my gosh. He ain't ready. Whew. Yeah, folks, I apologize. If this video sucks, man, I apologize. I'm bringing you along for the adventure, man. Y'all out here experiencing it with me, at least as closely as you can without actually being here. And if you ever get the chance to come here, I'm telling you, it's awesome. You'll love it down here. I've never heard anybody say they went to the Keys and had a bad time. They didn't like themselves, didn't like it, didn't want to ever come back. Oh, I'm sideways with him, but I'm just holding him under my leg. Just trying to put pressure on him. We're going with the current now. I think he's just I think maybe he's taking a little break. Every time I try to strain to lift up, I just can't. I can't make any progress, and it just wears me out trying. Yeah. I'm right over the top of him, man. I am right over the top of him. Get back under my leg. Oh. Gotta rest my left arm again. It's a different style of fishing, that's for sure. It is way different, folks. Most of the fish, even if I hook into a big catfish back home, like it's 2 or 3 minutes, even on a big one, maybe 5 minutes it takes to subdue him. Meanwhile, you're reeling him up the whole time. I think every once in a while you'll get a cat that's so big he'll just kind of stay down for a minute and you got to get him up, but it ain't nothing like this. Like this is, you hook into one of these, like you're completely at their mercy, man. Like you're just hanging on. He's literally just right there under the kayak. It's deep right here. I mean, it's real deep. I see the bottom still, but it's deep. How awesome would it be if he would just start swimming straight ahead? There's a beach over there. There's beaches on both sides of this bridge. If we could make it to that, beach, I will totally get out. But will he go that way? Will he go that way and get up there potentially shallow enough for us to do it? The last one wouldn't. I've got this thing tucked here under my elbow. I'm just gonna rest my left arm a minute, folks. Just gonna stretch it out. I'm just putting a little pressure on this fish. That's all I can do. Letting him take us. We've also, right out here, you can barely see, I can see the waves hitting it. That's that island out there. We might have a chance if we get out there. Okay, are we pulling up a little bit here? Or am I just making up the slack I lost again? I thought maybe he was coming up, but maybe not. He just spun back around this way. He ain't gonna go where I want him to go. He really ain't going nowhere is the thing. Like, I think I'm putting pressure on him, trying to wear him out. I think he's thinking, I'm gonna put pressure on you and wear you out. Man, this is gonna be so bad if I end up hooking two big sharks and I don't get a look at either one of them. That may be the situation we're in right now. 2 in a row, we may not see either one of them. I thought we had a chance at this one. Okay. I'm gonna reel down on him. I'm gonna try to lift him up again, folks. I ain't even got a reel because he's got pressure on the line. I'm just gonna try to lift him up. Oh, man. Gotta stretch my leg. I'm getting a cramp in my hip now. I'm falling apart, folks. I mean, that's all you can do, hang on. That's all you can do. Headed back this way now. The other side over there is rocks. I did launch there last year, where I put it in here last year. I didn't know about this. I knew this park was here, but I didn't know. I didn't go in it last year. I put it on the rocks over here. And when the water's high, it ain't too bad. When the water's low over here, it's real jagged and stuff. So I really don't want to go that way, because I don't know what we're going to be dealing with over there right now. I'm gonna try to lift it back. I ain't able to do nothing with this damn thing. I ain't able to do nothing. I wish y'all just hook a slightly smaller one. Why couldn't y'all hook a smaller one that we could do something with? If we could take turns doing this, I think we could maybe make progress. But I ain't gonna be able to outlast him. I'm just exhausted right now. I'm exhausted, man. This is exactly what I wanted to do, and I just can't make any progress on him. It's so incredibly frustrating. If I just had a way to get leverage. I just need a way to get leverage on this thing. Yeah. I pulled up a little of the slack. I've got it here under my leg. Ain't a good position for the rod. I'm kind of high sticking this thing. That's not good. But I've seen the brake test of these rods that Daniel done to test them. Lifting 150 pounds, they're good rods, they're good stout rods. They've got everything they can handle in whatever we've hooked into here though. I got his attention again. I felt a head shake. Another head shake. He knows we're there, by God. He knows it. And I know he's there. I just want to see this thing, man. I just want to see him. If y'all wasn't entertained before, I know you ain't now. It's just me grunting and carrying on. We are at least going to get a look at this island out here after all. I don't think it's going to be manageable as far as fishing off of it. It looks like rock. I want to guide this fish, man. I want him to go. I want him to go toward that beach. I just want to get on solid ground and get hold of this thing. I am hell-bent on seeing this thing. I know this one's smaller than the last one. I know he is, because I can, you know, when I'm lifting, I can't get him up, but I can get him to shake his head. I couldn't do that on the other one. Okay, right there, I got another shake out of him. If we get him up here, just look at him. We can just look at him. I'll let him go. We'll cut it. Oh, look. I want to look at him, damn it. No. Oh my God, I was making progress, I thought. I thought I had him up. I thought he had him up a little bit. Oh, I gotta rest again. This is incredible. This thing, man, they're just so amazing. They're so strong. This is like nothing you can experience in freshwater, man. I say that, I don't know. I've not caught a big sturgeon before. They're hundreds of pounds. Maybe it'd be comparable. I ain't done with this fish, man. I just feel like, there's a chance of seeing this one. We'd have a better chance if I could get to that beach. I think that island over there, it's just a tiny island. That's the one Elias had told me about. We're closer to it, certainly, than we are the beach, but I think it's just all rocks over there. I don't know that I can do anything over there without damaging the kayak or possibly damaging myself. But here's what I might do. You want to try to, I hate to take any pressure off this fish, but he's kind of going this way. So if we lighten up the pressure a little bit, maybe he'll keep swimming the direction where he's not feeling pressure and take us a little closer. No, now he's, of course, I take a little pressure off, now he's wanting to go back this way. Oh man. Let's just pedal this way and see if we can get this thing to just, of course not. Of course not. That'd be, oh, I'm losing all the ground I made up on him too by trying. Folks. Where are we at on time on this? Hell, I'm gonna run out of battery too before we get this damn thing up. I'm probably in my final hour of battery. I want to see this thing, damn it. I want to get him up and see him. At least get back over here on top of him again. This is going to be the worst video I've ever put out, folks. I mean, we got 2 baits. We've hooked. We got 3 shark. Well, we don't know that the first bait that got it, we don't know if it was a shark bite or not. Could have been a barracuda or something else. But the 2 sharks we basically got a total of 4 bites, or 5 bites, 4 fish hooked in a little over 3 hours. And the 2 biggest things we've hooked, there's a good chance we don't see either one of them. This shark is definitely smaller than the last one. That's a fact. I've done more with this one than I could the other one. But he's still a hoss, man. I'm just resting my left arm. I've got the rod butt wedged up under my thigh, and I've got pressure on him. I've got this rod in an arm bar across my leg, basically. Snap or tap, as them MMA guys would say. This shark though, man, he ain't giving a damn about what we're doing. Oh my gosh, took my thumb off the spool and we just lost some ground. Oh, we've got out here in the current. We're a long way from the bridge now. He's been going with the flow. Oh man, I want to try to get to that island. That island's a long ways away. The shore behind me is a long ways away. If I could just get him swimming that way though, if we could just somehow get him, guide him over there. If I take my thumb off the spool and we start going toward that island, I don't have enough line. I don't have enough line to do it to get over there. I can't do anything with him. I don't know that this is a shark. I mean, I guess it could be a big stingray or something. I felt head shakes at times when I've went to lift up. I assume it's a big shark, but hell, we don't know. The other one I know for a fact was a shark. I saw him come up and eat that bait behind the balloon. I don't know if it got on camera, but I saw him. It was a big shark. This, I don't, you know, we were fishing on or near bottom with this bait when he hit, so I don't know. I don't know with this one. I assume it's a shark, certainly in the right place, but they say them stingrays are incredible fighters too. I'm gonna try lifting him again. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I can't do nothing with him. My arms are spent, man. I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I can't really lift anymore. I can't do anything with this fish. I'm so discouraged right now. It's awesome. It's awesome, but it's discouraging at the same time. Just this kind of thing. I just want it to, I just want to see the thing. I just want to see him, damn it. Come up here, I want to see you. I can't get him up. I can't do anything with him. We're not getting a hold of this thing. We're not getting him up. We're so deep now. I can see the bottom looking over the side, but we're very deep here. This is definitely, this channel here, like I said, it's 30, 40 feet deep. It's the deepest channel down here in the Keys is what I've been told. Because down here, you gotta go a long ways offshore to hit deep water. You gotta go a few miles before you really drop off. But this channel, most of these bridges are 10, 15 feet deep. Well, this one here has actually got some real depth to it. And it's so deep, I can see the bottom. I can see the light color down there, but I can't see. I'm gonna try standing up. It's stupid. It's stupid. I'm standing up there in the damn ocean. Yeah, I can't get a glimpse of anything. Can't see a shadow or nothing. He's right here under us. But I can't get a glimpse of him. Oh my gosh, folks. Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do with this thing? I mean, in the last couple years, I fought fish for a couple hours sometimes to get up to my leader. But I saw them long before. Like I was able to, but I was fishing shallower water. You know, I was there by the 7 Mile Bridge. I'm gonna rest my arm a minute. 7 Mile Bridge is shallower. So, you know, you could get a look at them. I got this boat coming right at me here. Why don't he turn and go the other way? Okay, good, he is. I'm setting low to the water in this kayak, so I'm a sitting duck, as they say. Oh my gosh. I've took my thumb off the spool and he's just gonna take some line now. I don't know what to do. I'm out here, I'm getting further and further out in the ocean. It's just wide open water out here. There's nowhere to go. He's not gonna turn and get me anywhere near the beach. That island, I'm a long ways from it now because we're going the other way. Damn it. Damn it. I'm not going to get to see this thing, folks. I'm not going to get to do it. I'm about to call it quits on this thing, folks. I am. I'm about to throw in the towel on him. I don't know how long we've been fighting him now, but we're a long ways in. We're out here in this deep water. And it's so deep, like, even if we got him tired out more, I don't know that I could physically lift the damn thing up to get him up 30 feet off the bottom, you know, because my arms are spent. I've got the workout, man. I've got the experience that I wanted out here today. I just can't do anything with it. I just can't. I just can't do anything with him. I got exactly what I wanted coming down here. Exactly what I wanted. And I just can't. I'm just too weak. Too big a pansy here. I can't get him up. Oh. I got my leg, a rod under my leg again. I just can't do anything with him. I got to turn here. I got to get turned into these waves. All these giant boats are going by. Well, if one thing for sure is going to happen, I wanted to see this island out here today, and on the way back, I'm definitely going to be able to go over there by it and take a look. This fish has done us a solid by bringing us up here. I didn't even have to pedal up here. He took us the whole way. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I can't do anything with it, man. I can't do anything with it. I thought we were going to see this one. The way he fought in the beginning, I thought we were going to have a chance at him. I ain't getting him up. I ain't getting him up from this deep. He's down there near bottom. Even if he was willing to come up a little bit, I'm not going to be able to get him up. I'm just not, man. I'm just not going to be able to do it. My arms are too spent at this point. I can't get leverage. I just can't do it. Damn. I got exactly what I wanted coming down here, man. Exactly what I wanted, and I can't see what I've got. If we were in shallower water, we could have at least seen, like the 7 Mile Bridge, when they're running you over water that's a few feet deep, you can look down and see what you got. Get an idea of how big it is and stuff. Out here, I can't. Even the one earlier, when I'd get a glimpse of him, it was just a shadow along the bottom. Damn it, man. I'm gonna bear down on him again here. All I do, I just pull the kayak closer. That's all I do. Oh my God. I can't do anything. Oh my gosh. I can't do anything. Oh my God. I take my thumb off the spool and he's just going to slowly peel the line back off. All I did, cranking down, I just pulled the kayak closer to him. That's all I did. That's all I did, man. Oh my gosh. I'm exhausted, man. This is so awesome. I mean, it's you're hearing me whining and grunting and stuff, but this is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. But I've hooked one too big to deal with in the kayak. Unless we just do this for hours more. Meanwhile, though, we're getting farther and farther away from the bridge. I ain't got another hour left in me, folks. My arm's spent. Like, when I get done with this, I'm not even trying to hook another one out here. I'm gonna head back to the beach and see if the girlfriend wants to go that way. They got a little concession area. I'm gonna see if I can get a drink, a cold drink, and I got a water here. I've earned a Pepsi today, by gosh. I don't know if I should be rewarded with the Pepsi, but I've earned one with the effort that I've put in trying to lift these dang things. But I got what I wanted here, man. I got what I wanted. We got two sharks. No doubt in my mind, man, we could have probably got more if we could have done something here with the, oh, I see something here. I see something down there. I got a glimpse of him finally. Look right here, folks. Can you see the shadow down there in the water? Can you see him? I got polarized glasses on, maybe. I see something down there at least. Well, I at least got to look at something. I can't make him out, you know. All I see is a glimmer of a shadow, but that's the first anything I've seen of him. It's definitely a shark. Hell, that motivated me a little bit there. I want to try to, it's definitely a shark. What kind, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I gotta rest this left arm. My left arm is just, man, it's jello, buddy. My left arm is jello. You just cannot get leverage in a kayak, man. All you do, you just pull yourself. The buoyancy of the kayak, you just can't. You're just pulling yourself down into the water. Oh. It's definitely a shark. I can't make out how big with the, yeah, the shadow and the glare and stuff. The outline is definitely a shark. Oh my gosh, I took my thumb off the spool and I lost any ground I made. Just my arms, so had it. I got what I wanted. I got my rematch, and I'm gonna lose again. I got my rematch today. I come down here wanting a rematch after last year. I got it. I'm getting my ass whooped again. This is futile, man. I'm never gonna get this thing up. I could stay out here all day. I'm not getting this thing up. Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta rest my right arm now. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know what to do. I don't. I know this is futile. Like, I know I'm not getting him up. I'm not going to get a good look at him. But God, my God, we've went this long. I hate to call it quits. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's pulling again. I'm gonna risk breaking this rod, y'all. I'm kind of high sticking this thing. Yeah, I can't do anything. I can't. Meanwhile, I'm just getting pulled farther and farther out in the ocean. Damn it. I love it and I'm frustrated at the same time. I'm having the time of my life and I'm incredibly frustrated all at once. There's nothing like it, folks. There's nothing like it. My ass is whooped. I know I have no chance of seeing this fish But I want it so bad. I just want it, man. I just want it so bad. I just want to see him. I want to get him up. I want to see him. I have no chance at it. No chance whatsoever. I want it so bad. I just want him. Why wouldn't he just come to the surface, man? Why don't he just come up for a minute? Just come up. Let me just see what you are. That's all I want. I'm not trying to get him up here right beside the kayak. I just want to see what he is. That's all I want. I just want to know what I've hooked. Is it a bull shark? Is it a hammerhead? I just want to know. That's all I want to know. And y'all, I doubt anybody's still watching this crap at this point. Y'all have given up on me. I know you have. This has got to be the worst video I've ever put out. I'm not talking or telling stories. I'm just sitting here whining. That's all I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I'm probably a mile away from the bridge already. Oh my God. I take my thumb off this spool and it's just, I can't do anything. Thank God it's a calm day out here in the ocean, man. Thank God it's a calm day. I gotta take my thumb, I gotta rest my right arm. He's just gonna peel that line again. He's not really running. He's just down there, man. I can see a glimpse of him right here when he's on. I'm gonna try to hold the camera up. I don't know if you can see. I ain't getting him up, man. I ain't getting him up. Coming across some grass here. This is just, man, I'm so excited and frustrated all in one. I can't explain it. All right. All right. I'm gonna throw in the towel, folks. I'm gonna take the camera here. You look, I'm a long ways away from the bridge at this point. He keeps towing me out here into the open ocean, going away from the current. I mean, going into the current. There's nothing I can do with him. I just can't. I can't. I'm never going to get him up. We're so deep of water, we're never going to be able to see what he is. Like we're not going to be able to identify the species because we're so deep here. I'm never going to get him high enough. Damn it. I just wish he would come straight up to the surface just for a minute. He ain't going to, though. All right, folks, I'm throwing in the towel. I've wasted another hour or two of your time to just do this right there. There ain't no get. I mean, there wasn't like I was going to get down to a liter on him. Y'all, I'm telling you, man, it's physically exhausting, it's awesome, and it's so incredibly frustrating at the same time to be that far into it and know damn well I'm never going to get him up to see him. I mean, hell, we knew 30 minutes ago, back at the bridge, I wasn't probably going to get him up. I thought there was a chance initially. I was feeling the head shakes there early on, but he just barreled down, and it's so deep out here. I mean, even if he just gave up at some point, like, I'm not going to be able to physically at this point, my arms are so tired, get him up. It's incredibly awesome, though. I'm so frustrated with it. but I absolutely love it. It was everything that I wanted other than the fact I couldn't get him. I couldn't see him. But I come down here and I'd heard the stories of the big sharks down here at Bahia. Last year, the current was so bad, I was having such a hard time. And of course, I hooked that one that straightened the hook. But, man, this is awesome, man. There are some big sharks here. We didn't have trouble hooking them. I may be in trouble with that first bait I used. I don't know if that's a legal bait or not. I wanted to put him on there, damn it. I'll take a ticket if I have to. I don't want to take a ticket. Shouldn't have to take a ticket for putting a fish on a hook that sharks are eating every day out here, but you know, it is what it is. I can't identify it, and that's on me. I'm supposed to be able, when you buy your fishing license and you sign whatever, electronically sign whatever, you're agreeing to the laws and everything, and it's your responsibility as a fisherman to know the laws. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know all of the laws down here. This is vacation stuff for me. I can't identify all the fish. And you know, if I can't identify the fish, I don't know whether it's legal or not. I know that fish there that we put on was over 12 inches, so as long as it was legal size of whatever it was, it should be okay. But anyway, folks, I'm rambling on. I think I'm done fishing for now. I'm gonna go up here. I got a long ways to go to get back to the beach. I'm gonna go over here and check out this island on my way back. I wanna see this island and just see the bottom composition. I think it's rocks, but I wanna see it up close to see what kind of rocks they are. And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hit up that concession stand. I have earned a Pepsi today. I've earned it, by gosh. I'm trying to cut back on Pepsi. I'm trying to be healthier and stuff, but I've earned one today. It's vacation. We've had a battle. Look how far we've come, man. I don't know if you can see distance-wise with the action camera and whatnot. We've come a long ways out here. We were, granted, the fish are swimming with the current out through here, but we had pressure on the fish the whole time. Like, that's a long ways to be covering, to be hanging on like that. But anyway, folks, I think what I'm gonna do, I'll tell you what I'll do. Where are we at on battery life? We ain't got much battery life left. Normally my camera battery dies around 4-hour mark. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn the camera off for now. When I get over here to this island, I'm gonna turn the camera back on. And I'll show you this for the two of you who stuck it with me to the end, to only be disappointed when I cut my line. We're gonna check out this island over. We're up here. We're at least gonna do that today. So let's check out this island. I'll turn the camera off. I won't waste your time sitting here flapping my gums and reminiscing about the fish that could have been. Man, I wanted to see it so bad. I knew I wasn't gonna land it. I just wanted to see it. I do think tomorrow, I'm gonna go back to the bridge I went to yesterday with the black tips. Because the black tips are fun and I can land those in a reasonable time, and my arm's gonna be sore after today, so we'll take it easy. Tomorrow's my last day down here. We'll take it easy tomorrow, hopefully catch us some black tips. But anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera off for now. I'll turn it back on when I get over here to this. I can't even see this island now. I can't even see. I saw it coming up and we passed by it. I can't see it now. We went so far past it. But when I get back over here, I'll turn the camera on. We'll talk about this island over here and see if maybe in the future, not tomorrow, not this trip, but maybe in the future we end up fishing on that island, which is what I had thought about doing. And that would give us some solid ground, some leverage on these fish. So anyway, una momenta. I'm going to turn the camera off here and I'll pick it back up here when I get to this island. All right, folks, I made it over here to this island. Boy, that glare, something terrible behind me there, but you can see that island right there, just a small rocky island. It stinks something terrible, all that bird crap on it, I guess, but it's got potential, man. I couldn't beach the kayak from this side. The rocks there, just especially in this kayak, because it's just so fragile with the lighter weight feature of this kayak. The downside is it's not as durable, and so the waves bouncing against those jagged rocks and stuff right there, recipe for disaster. But I think I might could come in on the back side of it and get up that way. And of course, right over here, you've got the deeper channel by this bridge. Now it's shallow right here on out a good ways, but if I had a larger capacity reel and the wind was blowing this direction, in theory, you could blow up a big balloon and drift your bait out over here this direction, or down or that way, depending on which way the current was going. But the wind would take it out and get you out into the channel, and you could sit there and fish from that island. It's definitely got potential. In my mind, I'd kind of thought if I was able to do it or able to try it, I would pull the kayak up on the shore, or kayak my baits out, drop them, go up on the shore and fish from the bank that way. I definitely can't access that island from this side in the kayak, but I think I could come around. It's shallower grade on the other side. I think I could slide in, maybe get out and walk my way up to it. But definitely got potential for future trips, but I will need a reel with larger line capacity to have any chance at that. But it would be nice to be able to stand on solid ground when you hook into something big down here, and there's clearly some big sharks here at Bahia, Honda. But I think tomorrow, and I've probably done run off most of you by now. Lord Almighty, most of you ain't going to come with me on another fishing trip ever again after I've botched it every way imaginable out here. And if y'all spent this whole trip, I'm sorry. This is probably the worst video I've ever put out. Fight fish as long as we did, not even get a look at them, but it is what it is, man. It's fun regardless. But tomorrow will be my last saltwater trip on this vacation. I think I'm going to go to the bridge I was at yesterday and try for some more black tips. They're a lot of fun. They seem to be there in good numbers around that bridge, so if they're still there hanging out, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to sweet talk my girlfriend into getting up early tomorrow morning and dropping me off up there. That way I don't have to make the long pedal to get up there, and then maybe she'll come pick me up again around lunchtime. Treat her like my Uber driver. But I think that's going to be the plan for tomorrow, and then of course Lake Ida on the way home on Saturday. But I'm headed back now, y'all. I got towed out a long ways. It's taken me a while to get to here, and I got to go through these bridges here and get to that other beach there where I put in at. So awesome experience down here in the Keys. Thank you for coming with me. I know this is probably a terrible viewing experience for you, the audience, but it's been awesome for me. And I appreciate you coming along with me on these adventures. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. I'm thankful that I get to do this through this YouTube channel and stuff, and it's a really cool experience to come to places like this. That's just heaven on earth, man. It's so beautiful out here. It's so amazing. So many fish species, and even somebody like me that don't know what the hell they're doing out here in saltwater can have a chance at catching a few of them. So it's awesome experience. So anyway though, y'all, I'm going to wrap up this video on what's going to be the worst video I've ever put out in my life. Some of the most fun I've had, but one of the worst videos I've ever put out for viewing purposes. But I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm getting me a damn Pepsi today. And if that concession stand ain't got a Pepsi, we're going to stop at a gas station that does. I'm getting me a Pepsi today, by gosh. So anyway, y'all, thanks for coming with me. I'll see you in the next one.